can see me. I'm already on. Did you start streaming?
Music.
I should be quiet. You should hear music. Ricky's phone is making noises. Yeah, you can see me in Star Wars. So it should automatically tell people. It takes a few seconds to refresh and then they should be there. Stop the timer, Rick. Stop the timer. Time's up, starting. You're not there yet.
There's no dot.
There. Hello. There's nothing coming through. There we go.
Hi, it's ready for Get Stabilized. I heard we love the boat show. Awesome.
Can they hear us?
They should be able to hear us.
Can you hear us? We can sort of see your comments coming through. Legend don't point.
Let me hear us going.
It's music. You hear the music? Where are my sunglasses?
Yeah, I can hear you on it.
Cool.
Turn the music down a bit. Oh, it's disappeared. Don't worry, we're still here.
So everyone, I'm back. I'm back just in time.
Bonjour, Biro.
Bonjour, Vero. Welcome to the live after the boat show. Boat show was awesome. I don't know if you can over the music.
Ratish is a sea star today.
Nice. Retief C.
No, he's a sea star.
Okay. No, that's cool.
He's a sea star.
I thought you're polyp, but sea star.
Polyps are best friend. What's a polyp?
Shut up.
You gotta love it.
Oh, no, it's awesome. 20 seconds left. Well, that's perfect. More boats. Big boats. Hopefully it's coming through nicely. We got this whole new setup for those who weren't here yesterday when we were experimenting it.
Yeah.
And we should be doing some cool stuff. Start the montage! There we go, yeah. Like I said, start the montage! So Ricky's right next to me. She can wave, I suppose. You guys can see.
Yeah, but awesome.
But boats, yeah.
Herb says, Brian, you're kind of losing weight. Must be all the good Mauritian food.
Yes, it's healthy for you. But I put on my big shirt. Oh no, someone is phoning. Wait. Oh wow, how bad was that? Because that's our internet. If that goes down, our internet goes down.
Everything goes down.
We're going to have to check if that's still streaming.
Leo says we took a quick boat trip from Port Louis to Grand Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually do want to do that. It apparently sounds like quite a cool thing. You come up from that area and you go around to like the islands, and apparently they camp overnight on Flat Island.
Yeah. Okay, Ratish is Starfish and your neighbours.
Oh, okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
Star Wars. Ian says,
Oh
nice
yes,
shirt.
Star Wars.
Baby Yoda.
So guys, forgot because this is my TikTok shirt. I wore it quite a lot on TikTok. I just dug it out of the cupboard. Well, found it finally after all these years. It was packed in the wrong place.
Apparently it's Jack Sparrow again.
Pirates.
Pirates, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've got my questiony thing.
So, Ricky.
Any traffic related topics.
So go.
And we're going to kick Brian off with parking. The lack of parking.
Don't get me started on parking. I mean, if anyone drives in Mauritius, you guys know about parking. It's like such a nightmare. No matter where you go, there is no place to park. I mean, even at your house, there isn't place to park, and you've made the parking there. Oh man! So the best thing is, I'm going to say it, is that just stop on the side of the road, because that's what everyone else seems to do. You just pull over, go and do your shopping. The road is actually the parking lot now.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons that that there's so many traffic problems, I think.
It's because everyone just stops on the side of the road and does their stuff because there isn't parking for them.
Yeah.
But I suppose technically when we're talking about parking, we should actually mention that there are big parking places where you can pay for parking.
Yes.
It's just, that costs money and it's just cheaper to stop on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
So parking is a big problem, and we try to plan our adventures. We look for shopping centres. Where's there a shopping centre?
Oh,
that we got
Ratish was
parked?
asking if it was your dad, Jack Sparrow from the Caribbean.
Yes, it was my dad that phoned last night. He phoned up and just killed the whole signal, and then he wanted to show me pictures of the...
Was he phoning now?
No, that wasn't my dad. That was my mom.
Oh, okay.
But she went directly for the landline, not the WhatsApp. With the WhatsApp, we can still sort of go a little bit.
Yeah,
With the landline, it's finished.
Yeah, internet over. France and Cassie want to kayak. Says Amelia, you should do a kayak fishing and club joining for the men. Let's actually find out. There probably is one.
Yeah, there probably is. I mean, there are a lot of fishermen, and they go out kayaking. I mean, they're genuine guys who just go out fishing for a living, and they catch most of the fish. But I suppose if you want to go catch a nice big trevally or a tuna or something,
yeah,
then maybe we'd do that. Maybe I'll do that because no, I don't have a waterproof phone. As soon as I get something waterproof, I'll actually go out. I don't mind cycling out there. What's it called? Rowing? Rowing? Pretty sure it's called rowing. But Shane, who was here a few weeks ago, does kayaking.
Yeah. So a question from Amelia.
Right.
Is there parking near the metro?
Yes, that's actually the Kildan. Well, where the metro should be. A piece of the bridge is not doing so well, so they've moved the metro a little bit. But actually, there's still parking in that area as well. But there's tons near the Kildan, which is where the boat show was. We actually parked right next to the boat show. They've got like 50 rupee parking there for 4 hours. Then there's the underground parking, which is 80 rupees for 4 hours. And the other guys a little bit further away from the Kildan have these huge parking areas where you get a free shuttle. So if you park there, and it can be anything from 50 to 100 rupees, but they have a free shuttle where they'll take you into Port Louis and drive.
Yeah, you can kind of pick up the shuttle, keep picking it up.
So you can keep picking it up so you can get it to this point, and they carry you to that point, and they carry you to that point, and then they take you back to your car, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, we haven't actually tried it yet because I like to do all my stuff in the middle of town. If we're going uptown, then there's another parking up there.
But basically, yes, there's great parking in Port Louis is near the metro station.
Right next to the metro, yes. So
it is paid parking.
It is paid. There's where can you park free? I think you can probably park free for a little bit in if you go across the road into Les Salines. There's tons of areas there where you can park.
But then you can't really do anything.
But then you got to walk a bit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ratish says you can park on the side of the road in Mauritius. Exactly, yes. Ratish, and that's why, because people park and then...
and go do their shopping. So the guy just pulls over, it's like, oh wait, no, 2 minutes, and he waves them on, and then he goes into the shop or goes into where you get your roti or whatever. And, do you want me to turn it a bit?
No, it's cool.
We turn it just a little bit so you can see a little bit of Ricky. Yeah, she's got the thing on her screen. Here. So she can see that. But the guys, they just stop and then they go do their shopping. And then they come out and off they go again. And it mostly happens in the smaller villages. It's not to say that in the big cities they can do that, like in Port Louis, if you stopped on the side of the road to go do your shopping.
Yeah.
Someone would come and tow your car away or throw it over the edge of a cliff, or because Port Louis traffic is bad enough without having people stop in the middle of the road.
Yeah, the problem is in like a village like Triole, where there's one main road through it, or Goodlands.
Yeah.
Someone stops here to get a roti, so that's fine. You can go around. But someone will stop just there.
Yeah, did you manage to get that video of Triole, or it didn't work? Okay.
I do have it, I'll cue it up for you.
Ricky will see if she can cue up the video for Triole, where genuinely we were driving through Triole to do our Triole video 8-9 months ago, before we got brave and started parking on the side of the road and stuff. And we actually followed a bus down the road, and it was so scary to see guys actually driving that bus, and it didn't look like it was a skew bus. It looked like too many people were sitting on one side and was going to tip over at any moment. And there were just cars everywhere, and he's like going so fast, just avoiding all the cars as he goes. It was like, wow, it was something else. But So yes, parking on the side of the road, it's just crazy. But it's also it then adds into the other part of the traffic, where the guy is weaving across the road.
I'll pop it up for you.
So Ricky is going to pop that up. Hopefully you guys can see it. But this is the triolet. Okay, we're behind the bus. It's not too long. It will probably loop a bit. But we went on. Oh, where's my finger? Pointing. We went on this day and we were following this bus. And the guy was just... Oh, Ricky messed it up, everyone.
No, we're back.
But like, look at that going past that truck. It's like, you know, he's like all the way on the other side of the road, and you can actually see oncoming traffic at the same time.
This is fine. It's when there's more cars or two buses.
Or even worse, the one guy stops on this side of the road, and the other guy stops on that side of the road, right next to each other, so only one car can go through. It's just wow, you know. But anyway, how cool is this? Well, I can't get it because of the mirror-ness of it, but how cool. There we go. Thanks, Rick. How cool is this? This is Ricky with that picture-in-picture stuff. So you guys can actually see this, how crazy it was that day. We had other footage as well, but this, we don't want to work Ricky too hard.
No. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, is that you can see in Triolet, it's the longest village in Mauritius.
Yeah.
And there is no parking. It literally is. Those people who are stopped on the side of the road are because they're going shopping there. And you can see the shop isn't there. And it's not like they're building new roads that are wider.
Yeah.
Well, the highways they are, the motorways.
Yeah, this gives you a very typical example of driving in Mauritius.
This is an exact village,
yeah,
driving in the village.
Oh my word, it's like he doesn't stop.
No, he doesn't, does he?
He's going to overtake those cars.
Yeah.
Wait, check that again. Yeah. It's like, you must stop. And then all the cars behind him just follow.
And it is, because
like,
when you're behind a bus, you go because the other cars have to stop. So you're, of course, going to get into that little groove. Oh, no, it was a good time. But that's the longest, like I was saying. Triolet is the longest village, one straight line. And everyone parks on the side of the road because they have to do shopping. But the new roads, like the motorways and things, yes, they're building sidewalks on. But the new roads, they can't because someone owns the land right next to that road. And this was just supposed to be like a little cart road. So they've literally made these roads wide enough for two carts. And now we got chucking cars on them.
Yeah. Amelia wants to know if you'll get fined for parking in the street.
I'm going to say in some places like Port Louis, whereas if you stop on the side of the road, you have to have a ticket in your window and they're designated parking zones. But in somewhere like Triolet, leave your window open and leave your keys in the car. That means you're going to be back any minute now. And also in Mauritius, what's the person going to do? Steal your car and do what with it? So, yeah, it's an island. So you can do that. I wouldn't go into like Winners, but Winners normally has parking. But like there's a Kingsaver in Goodlands that people actually go shopping. They park in front of Kingsaver.
Yeah.
It's got about 5 parkings, and then it's just street parking. And
so no, I don't think generally you get fined.
I think it is against the law, but no one ever enforces it.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. It might be completely within the law because everyone seems to do it. But I think stopping on a road is illegal unless it's an emergency or I don't know. Wow, I have no idea. I'm going to find out. Ricky's going to Google that. Or she probably won't. But...
Parking tickets. So I don't think there's traffic cops that do that sort of thing, Leo.
Yes, there are parking tickets in the big places like Rose Hill, Port Louis for sure. You've got to get a little slip that you have to go buy it at a kiosk. And it's a slip, and you write it in by hand on the slip about what time you started parking there, and you get a red one or a green one or a yellow one, and that's how long you're allowed to park there.
Or you can just park in a parking lot and you don't need a slip.
Yeah, and then you don't need a slip. But with the slip, it's cheaper and you can park right where you want to park, except there's no parking. Actually, I tell a lie. If you're a scooter or a motorbike, there's plenty of parking. So yes, you can just pull over onto the side of the road, because now you're off the road, you're on a piece of pavement, if there's pavement, or you're in someone's door. So yes, motorbikes have parking, but the cars in Port Louis, you have to get a little slip and you put it on your window, or you park in a paid parking. Even in Goodlands of all places where everyone parks on the side of the road, it's like just a parking lot. The whole main Goodlands road is a parking lot. They do have paid parking now, 25 rupees an hour. I thought it was like 25 rupees, park as much as you want.
No, 25.
But it was an hour. Normally, I go in and I do my 25 rupees, and it's normally under an hour. But the one time we were walking around, and then we came back, and the guy was like 50 rupees after I gave him the 25. And I was like, hey, wait, what? 25 rupees an hour to park in Goodlands? I'll park on the street, thank you very much. And it would have actually been easier for me to go than having to stop and park there and walk.
And that one place that we parked at Goodlands for the 25 rupees, there wasn't actually any parking available.
Yeah, so he said, just stop here.
Park behind this guy and leave your keys.
And that's what I was like, okay, I'll leave my keys here. It's Tammy, I'd be disappointed if Tammy went missing, but it's still Tammy and we wanted to go do something.
Okay, leave our keys.
So we left our keys, we came back, and Tammy was perfectly parked somewhere else. So yeah, no, that sort of thing does happen, weirdly. Yeah. I think we've covered enough parking. Does anyone have another parking related question while I go pour some juice? Ricky will entertain you with a song.
No, Ricky won't entertain you with a song. I will answer Alfred on a non-traffic related issue. You want to know if the current prices on accommodation are, sorry, just typing at the center, are due to COVID or are they likely to increase? I think they're pretty standard. I think
they're going to increase for high season.
For the peak season, for sure. That is between Christmas and New Year. Just that period. Definitely, you can expect to pay more than, you can pay double what you pay during the rest of the time. But I think in general, the prices that are being advertised at the moment are good to go until Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year, I'm not sure. They might look for a bit more because it's really, really, really popular. But then after New Year, from about the 5th of January, same price. So if it's 2,000 rupees for a 2-bedroom apartment, it's
still going to be 2,000 rupees. The nice thing is that there's a little bit in February where you could probably negotiate. If you stay in February, you probably get 20-30% off that price. And then after Easter, like June, July, end of May, June and July, maybe a little bit of August. No, never August. August is when the Europeans come. So the end of May, June and July, you could probably actually also negotiate 20 to 30% off. But what's happened is we went out and saw all these guys and they're saying, oh, it's 2,000 rupees for the night. And that's what it was like 3 years ago at high season, at regular season. So I think they've put their pricing back up. I think maybe during the pandemic, you could have probably got it for 1,000 if you happened to be here. But I think they put their pricing back now.
Oh, you guys were watching while I was trying to spell license. Sorry, multitasking. Robbie says loves the Star Wars t-shirt. I'm a big fan myself.
Thank you. Yeah.
Alfred, we'll get to you just now. Amelia wants to know, is it South African license valid or do you need a separate driving license?
No, South African license is valid, but remember you've only got 5 years on your South African license. So you can actually convert it to a Mauritian license when it comes towards the end of that. Not sure how you do that, because a lot of South Africans just have a friend in South Africa that goes and does it for them and sends them it back.
Oh yeah, it's not a Mauritius issue.
Yeah, it's not a Mauritius issue.
Your license will expire.
Your South African license will expire in 5 years, and then you just apply again in South Africa. I'm not quite sure how it works. I think you have to send an optometrist's test or something.
No, I think you can get someone with an affidavit to pick, I don't know.
Yeah, you can get someone to pick it up, but you have to say that your eyes are good. I think that's why they're doing it.
Okay.
Something like that. I have no idea. But Mauritius, you can actually get it, and it's actually better to do the Mauritian one. Because I met a guy, it doesn't happen to everyone, but I met a guy who came, he had a normal license, but it was a South African license. I don't know if at the back you see all the trucks and cars and motorbikes and all that. So he gave it to them, and they weren't quite 100% sure, so they gave him a license for everything. He can now drive 18-wheelers and motorbikes, and I think there was even a JCB on his license that he could now...
Do you have to go take a separate test, or you just...
No, you just go and you apply based on your license.
So based on your license, you can get your license...
You can get that license. It's like...
Converted, that's kind of cool.
Converted, yeah. Like the European system, you can take your license and you can get the European star that you can drive anywhere in Europe. And it's like in India in particular, if you don't have an international driver's license, you can't drive. But Mauritius, any driver's license will do. And if you're over 18, you can drive a scooter as well with that license.
Okay, cool. So Alfred was saying he's talking about long-term rentals. Will the pricing of homes go up?
From 1 year, the pricing you can literally take 50% off, half price. That's about right. Eh?
Yeah,
But you'll find other places that are a lot cheaper. So if you got
Yeah.
TL, it's 2,000 rupees a night. If it's still TL and you take it for a year, it's 1,000 rupees a night. But if you know someone, it can be as much as 500 rupees a night.
Oh yeah, you definitely
15,
can
yeah.
negotiate for a long-term.
Yeah, there's a place here. Okay, someone's just taken it, like right next door to me. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, massive lounge, really small kitchen. But that's 12,000. He's putting the price up to 15,000 rupees for a month. Yeah, but 12,000 rupees, you know, and that's for a 3 bedroom. Okay, you're 8 minutes walk to the sea, but 3 bedroom. So you'll find a lot of those. They're not part of the TL, but you have to take it for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is no other way around. Well, you know, obviously it's Mauritius. So.
But obviously, if a lot of people are going to start coming into Mauritius,
Yeah, the pricing will probably start going up
Yeah.
again. Because this was guys wanting to get the whole year in because people were coming and taking it just
Yeah.
for...
but I'd suggest if you book your things now, you can get in at
Get in at the
at
right
a
pricing.
good price.
I'm just not sure what's going to happen because inflation in Mauritius has been, I think it's 25% since COVID. So things like oil we were buying at 40 rupees, we're now paying 80. Butter, you can always get butter for 60 rupees a little block.
Yeah.
Now 80 is when it's on special. So some things have gone up 100%, but on average it's about 25% inflation, which means the accommodation is probably going to go up by 25%.
Yeah, a lot of things have gone up a
Yeah.
lot.
Because originally 2,000 rupees was like $35, something like that. $35. So it's now, no, the other way around. If you bought,
The dollar exchange was 35 to a rupee.
yeah, 35 to a rupee. So you're paying.
Now heading to 45.
Yeah, so the guys are, it's now $45 for that apartment, that's 2,000 rupees. But before, it was $35 or vice versa. More expensive. Wow, I'm so bad at this, and I'm actually qualified in it. Oh wow! So you would have been paying $50 to $60 for 2,000
Give it up.
rupees.
Topic number 2.
Okay,
To
here
do
we
with-
go.
We're still talking about driving in Mauritius. Roundabouts, motorways, back alleys.
Okay, so Mauritius has decided to adopt the British way of going with roundabouts.
Jerry says hi from Sydney.
Hi Jerry in Sydney, welcome to Mauritius. It's windy and cyclone here, but still blue skies.
Anti-cyclone.
Anti-cyclone here, but still blue skies. Anyway, motorways. So we do have motorways, and you know, technically, a motorway means that only mechanical things can go on it.
Things with a motor, yeah.
Things with a motor. So no bicycles, although there are always bicycles on it. No horse-drawn carriages. I haven't actually seen one of those. I did see a cow-drawn carriage, and I did see a...
Yeah.
So, yeah, motorways, it's a loose term. It is supposed to technically mean that you're not allowed to drive a horse on it. Or
Jerry
a
says
bicycle.
we've got a new video and a stream almost every day.
Yes!
Yeah, weather's beautiful, making the most of it.
Yeah, oh, particularly on a Sunday, I like to do our premiere, and then we normally do the live before, but then it was like, oh no, Ricky's taking too long to set this up. The live's going to be like 10 minutes long. No, I'm kidding.
He says you both look so casual and happy, like being on holidays.
It feels like it, I mean, especially on the lives, because normally we go to the beach or we do a braai or something, but because of this new system, they reckon you can pop up a video, I can go sleep in the back until the video's over. No, I'm kidding. But it is nice to have this system because it's going to open up so much stuff. I'm so looking forward to it.
Wow, we've got some great things.
Some great things planned. You guys have to come back to the lives. This is just I get a feel for us in the backyard after so long of being at the beach and stuff, which is cool. We do like the beach, but we got signal here.
Yeah, you gotta go live with the upload speed, not the download. The download is great everywhere in Mauritius.
Yeah.
No problems for anyone on download. It's upload.
For sure.
Jerry says he enjoys watching our videos. Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate it. I love making them. So Win-win between us. I'll make
Teresa
them.
wants to know where we can get a list of goods allowed on the island when relocating. Teresa, get in touch with Amelia or send me a message and I'll add you to our girls
She has an Island Girls group.
Girls WhatsApp group. They know all this stuff.
Yeah, so if you get a hold of them,
Yeah, send me a message on Facebook and send me your WhatsApp number and then I'll get them to add you to the WhatsApp group.
yeah,
They'll
and then
send you all of that.
everything you need to know. These guys know it. They've done it for 10 years. You know, they really know what's going on.
And it's great because it's a group of like about 60 ladies who are mostly South African, who mostly all live here now.
Yeah, so they all know that stuff, and we sometimes go to the parties, and you know they bring their husbands along, and we sit around, and well, it turns into a bit of a party. Let me
Alleged
tell
fishing
you.
trips and things.
Yeah, but I got one as big as Ratisha's.
Yeah.
Oh well,
But he
that came
says
out
we are
wrong.
used to roundabouts and motorways in Sydney. Yeah. Also English
Okay.
influence, I suppose.
Yeah, so the motorways, the motorways. What I don't understand is that you have a motorway, which technically, like in South Africa, they have a highway, which you go down 120 kilometers an hour, and there's nothing in your way for 400 kilometers. Yeah, you go down, you're allowed to do 110, which I never do. I only do
Yeah,
80.
the maximum speed is 110.
110, yeah, and Tammy's maximum speed is probably that, but I get a little bit scared with the rattling and stuff after 80. No, kidding, she's a really good car. But I normally drive at about 80, and then suddenly you have to slow down all the way down to 20, go around the roundabout, and then you start speeding up again, and then another roundabout. So we do have that. I see that towards the airport, they've started making an actual highway where you can just go zooting down the road, and everyone else has to peel off and go over bridges and whatnots.
Flyovers and things.
Yeah, which
But the motorways contain roundabouts.
yes.
This
and,
was something we found quite strange.
and next to every single roundabout is a bus stop.
Yes, and the motorways contain bus stops.
So bus stops and roundabouts on a road that literally, I kid you not. I did it once in the Mercedes and doing 110 around the roundabouts, nothing stopped me. I got from Grand Bay to Port Louis without breaking the speed limit. Genuinely, I did not break the speed limit once. To Port Louis, it was a Sunday, I think at about 10 o'clock. And I got to Port Louis and I timed it 7 minutes. I kid you not.
Wow.
7 minutes to Port Louis.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If no one's parked weirdly or there's...
I've never, any other time you get to Port Louis, it takes you half an hour. Except between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Because then if you leave at 7 o'clock, you get there at 9. If you
Yeah.
leave at 8 o'clock, you get there at 9. You might as well leave at 5 to 9 and get there at 9.
Jerry wants to know if we've got our permanent residency yet. If not, the Mauritian government should give you honorary permanent residence for contributing to Mauritian tourism.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate
Thanks, Jerry.
that.
Yeah, no, we must contact them.
Yeah, no, we'll send them a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want permanent residence. We want citizenship.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, roundabouts on the motorways, motorbikes, everything on the motorways, but they work. They're
Yeah,
very
and
cool.
but were we talking about, was it motorways and back alleys, right?
Yeah.
Roundabout motorways. Now those two are understandable. A lot of people understand that. But the back alleys, I'm not talking about like down a back alley. I'm talking about the road between Montchoisy and Triolet. If you go look at my Triolet video, right in the beginning, I'm standing next to the road, right next to the road where the emergency lane would be, and the road is at head height to me.
Yeah.
It's just a drop off. There's no emergency lane. There are the two lanes of traffic, and the road is just literally a cliff on each side.
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
It's like something you don't, and they don't have a barrier or anything.
Nothing. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my
wow.
word, if you have an emergency or you swerve or something.
What was all that?
Well, I don't know.
There was a lot of binging. Did
Maybe
someone
my
do
phone
some
was
binging?
receiving something.
Yeah, maybe check the comments or something. Nothing interesting there. Yeah.
We
Anyway,
cool.
no, sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard the pinging. Are we still live? We just want to check that we're still live and stuff.
Yeah, it says we're still live.
Okay, good.
I was probably getting a whole bunch of WhatsApps or something.
Okay, yes, someone's sending her pictures or something. Anyway, where was
Probably
I?
my mum, and she should be watching.
Yeah, why isn't she watching? Oh, I'll give you the phone, but I need it for my beautiful Eunice. That they just have these cliffs on the side of the road. There's no emergency lane. It's also, through most towns, the emergency lane is the pavement. If there is one.
Yeah. No, it was quite surprising when we first got here.
Yeah.
Leaf drop-offs at the edge of the road. It's like, wow.
How do people not have huge accidents there? And weirdly, that's not where the accidents happen.
No.
The accidents happen at the intersections where everything is completely fine and you can see for miles around.
Yeah.
But that's why back alleys, flash your lights. That means go in front of me. If you're flashing your lights to say, look, I'm here, don't go, the guy's going in front of you.
Yeah, they're definite light signals.
Light signals and hooter signals.
And hooter signals that you need to get to know when you're driving around in Mauritius.
When you pull into an intersection and you can't see the road, just start going out. Someone will hoot. If they're not hooting, you can go.
Yeah.
If they're flashing their lights, they mean go in front of me. But if they're hooting, they mean stop, I'm coming.
Light signals and hooter signals. There you go.
Yeah, okay, so this on your lighter means go ahead of me, or go in front of me, or turn now.
Like if someone's wanting to turn and you're coming and you want to give them a gap.
You can flash your lights at them. On the other hand, if someone flashes their lights at you, that means can I go in front of you? If you flash back, that means yes, they can. Or you can just wave in your window if you can't get to your flasher like I do. I can't get to my flasher fast enough.
Yeah, you just wave.
It's also, Tammy has an iffy flasher. I like to let
Tammy
people...
has an iffy flasher. Someone should turn that into a meme.
Tammy has an iffy flasher. So I always just wave in the window and they can see it. Sometimes, if there's the sun reflecting, then it's a problem. But I normally wave in the window, but if you flash, sometimes it doesn't quite work with Tammy.
Yeah, and because there's a lot of blind roads.
Yes, a lot of where you're pulling into traffic. Or like when you're turning a corner, like the house wall is right on the corner and the road goes like that. As you're coming up for that corner or from that corner, you hoot. Just to let people know that you're coming. Yeah,
that you're about to come. And also if you see someone coming down that road, about to enter the main road, you give them a little toot to let them know you're on the road.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
So the point of the story is, if you're new to Mauritius and you hear people hooting and flashing their lights at you, it's just part of
hooting means don't drive, flashing the lights means do drive. Yes. And you can flash your lights to let someone through or to ask someone to let you through.
Exactly like that. Jerry says you can drive on neutral from Trianon to the end of the motorway in Port Louis. People do that to save petrol.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. From down that hill, down the bypass.
Oh yes, no you can. You genuinely can. I kid you not. I've done it so many times. And I kid you not, I'm braking most of the time.
Yeah.
And doing the speed limit of 80 most of the time. It's the same thing if you go back from Verdun. As soon as you go over that bump, I drive all the way through to actually the M1. I can do the M1 if there's no one on the traffic circle. But genuinely, you go up, as long as you can get over that first hill. No, you have to drive up that first hill. Sorry, no. So it's not the whole way you have to go up that first hill. But yes, I reckon people who live up on the hill and come down to Port Louis don't have to actually pay money to go down there. They can actually just drive their car in switched off mode.
Yeah, you can. But then it costs you probably a bit more to get back up.
Yeah, so you probably...
Yeah, I was driving with a friend in an electric vehicle, and he switched it into the feeding power mode. So it actually built up his battery while going down that hill.
He actually charged himself up going down that hill. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I saw the E8. Is it called the E8 today at Super U? There is a beautiful BMW. It looks like a Lamborghini or something.
Teresa says roundabouts keep you alert and focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's roundabouts like every 2 kilometers. It's
yeah,
cool.
and in Mauritius you need it because, the island is so long. It's like almost 80 kilometers from one side to the other. So you really want...
Media says in South Africa we flash our lights to warn if there's a camera or police.
We still do that.
Yeah. People still do that as well.
Yeah, if it's at your intersection, you flash your lights to let a person through. If it's on the highway, it's like, no, they're the police.
Yeah, drive a bit slower, watch out, my bro.
They do that, but they do that for anything, like if there's a car accident or, I suppose it's exactly the same like South Africa, flashing on the highway. Police and accidents.
Yeah. Look out for something.
Look out for something.
Question from Amelia, how much is petrol?
Okay, petrol when we had the lockdown was 44 rupees. Now it's 50 rupees a litre.
Probably linked to the exchange rate.
Yeah, so it's
Going
almost
weird.
$1. It's just under $1.
Yeah.
So 50 rupees. I don't even know what that is in rands. Times by 3. 150 rand. No, other way around. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Sorry. 18 rand a litre.
Yeah, probably about 18 rand a litre. But the island is very small.
Yeah, so I normally put 1,000 rupees in. We do all our adventures and everything. And I would probably say now, it used to be 1,000 rupees a month. Now it's 1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not far to go.
No, there's really no idea. We drove to... I'm so embarrassed by this. I kid you not. I used to live in Melville. I used to work in Modderfontein. And that was a 2-hour...
In Johannesburg.
In Johannesburg. That was a 2-hour trip to get from where I live to where I work. 2 hours every day on the highway. 110 kilometers. No, I did the other one. That was the Sassel. The Sassel one was 110 kilometers. This one was like 60 kilometers, 50 kilometers. Anyway, not important. It took me 2 hours. And I went and I drove to Suyak, which took me 1 hour and 10 minutes. And because it was so far away, I stayed the night.
This
And
is
then-
Mauritius now.
Yeah, this is Mauritius. And then drove back to Grand Bay. It's pretty much the furthest place you can get from Grand Bay is Suyak. And we drove there to do a video. And we spent the night because it was so far away. It took 1 hour and 10 minutes.
But
It's
how
like
many
60
kilometers?
kilometers.
Yeah.
I used to drive 110 kilometers to work every day. And 60 kilometers were like, nah, we'll spend the night.
Jerry says flashing to other drivers to warn if police is illegal in Australia. You can get fined or a demerit point. I'm sure it's probably illegal everywhere, Jerry.
Yeah, you shouldn't warn people. Although I think in Mauritius, I actually don't know. I think they have less draconian rules about that. Where freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech in Mauritius. It's not guaranteed right like America is. But they do have a certain amount of freedom of speech. You're allowed to communicate to people in your own way as long as it isn't against the law, which I suppose flashing your lights might be.
Probably.
Yeah, there you go. So don't do it if the police can see you. 100% if the police can see you, don't do it.
Are there any Teslas in Mauritius?
Oh,
Leo
there-
wants to know.
Yes, there are quite a few Teslas. There was a guy who had a really beautiful Rottweiler. Very, very famous on Instagram, this Rottweiler. Rottweiler. Dog. It was a dog.
We are talking about cars.
Yes. But there was a very famous Rottweiler.
Let's go to the bathroom.
And he got lots of pictures with Teslas next to him because the guy actually owned a Tesla. I think that was the first Tesla in Mauritius. But since then, I've seen about 10. And I genuinely saw one, I think it was on Thursday. I saw a white one on Thursday. So my first white one on Thursday. They're normally dark colors, which I don't understand in Mauritius. Why you'd have a dark colored Tesla. But they did have the white one, the first white one I saw. So yes, there are Teslas. And the reason that they come in, they're really expensive cars, but there's no import duty. There's no tax on them. Once you bring them in, any car that is plug-in electric, no motor or anything, is zero customs to come in, and no tax. You don't pay any tax on it whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty cool for electric cars, like the E8 as well, the BMW. I think more people in Mauritius have that percentage-wise population than anywhere else in the world because it's actually cheaper to have that than the BMW. What's that fancy one with the wing, the X something?
X5.
No, X7. I think it's called the X7.
Wow.
X5, whatever. X5. Yeah, maybe it's the X5.
Yeah.
But it's cheaper to own that Ferrari-looking car. I know, Ferrari-looking car on a BMW. Sorry, guys. In the freezer, Rick. So that's why a lot of people. You guys are asking questions. Rick will have to come and say. I don't know if you actually are or not. Because I'm wearing my dark glasses, not my reading glasses.
Yeah, Brian needs reading glasses. Leah says the best is when you flash your lights, having left the cop behind, and then there's one waiting ahead.
I always worry that that's actually going to happen. It never has. But yeah, no, I mean, if it's against the law, you probably find that one cop is just standing there, but they have to have two.
Yeah, specifically just for people flashing their lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a cop, this was when I was much younger, pulled me over. This was in South Africa back in the day where if you didn't signal to turn, you got a fine.
Wow.
And I turned without signaling, and he pulled me over and said, "Do you know what you didn't do?" And I said, "I'm pretty sure I stopped." And he said, "You didn't signal." And I went, "Didn't I?" And he went, "No, you didn't." And I went, "Oh, no, I'm pretty sure I signaled." And he went, "No, you didn't." And I went, "But between you and me, are you going to go to court over this?" And he went, "No, I'm not, but please don't do it in future." And I was like, I was going to get nasty with him and stuff, but he was just stopping me, wasting my time a little bit, as punishment because he knew he couldn't find me for doing that. Was that a Mozzie? Yeah, so that was a good time. I enjoyed that. Wasting my time, especially when I had to do a delivery and I was late. And I got to the place. Not that place. I did about 3 deliveries. And then the last delivery, I had to be there before 6. And I was there at 6:30. And I was like, nah, that policeman. Yeah, this is my fine.
Brian, you've lost weight.
Thank you. Wait. No, I must.
Don't sit like that.
Don't sit like that. Oh. Yeah, no. Suck it in. I actually genuinely have. My belt has gotten to the extra notch where it locks the belt. I don't know if you guys have one of those notches where you put the belt in, and because you cut the notch yourself in it, it locks the belt. You have to pull your pants down to get the belt off. And of course, because it's a belt, it's holding your pants up. Shut up, Rick. They understand. Guys understand.
Nito says petrol price is 50 rupees 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just crazy, you know. I mean, I remember. Wow. I actually don't remember too much, but it was a while ago, and it was like 40 rupees a liter, you know.
Amelia says smaller cars would do better on the road than big 4x4s. Yeah, you'd think that, Amelia, but there are so many big 4x4s.
Everyone has big 4x4s because
bigger and bigger.
Yeah, because of the free parking. If you're in a 4x4, you got free parking. You just drive onto the bits on the side of the road where someone's building something, or there's a cliff on the edge, or no, I don't know why, but this new Ford, I don't know what it's called, Raptor or something like that. These things are massive. I mean, they're wider than the road.
Yeah, I took a picture of like an old school Ford Bantam.
Yeah.
And this thing is like 3 times
it's
the
just
size.
Crazy that they bring these things. Me personally, in Mauritius, I bought Tammy because we were living in Goodlands. But, and then now we love Tammy, so it's really hard. But seriously thinking of upgrading to an I-10 or downgrading to an I-10. I think going from Tammy, you're actually downgrading to an I-10 because they're so easy to park. We had an I-10 for about 2 years when we were first in Mauritius. You can park anywhere, and I-10s are tourist cars. So you just park it on the side of the road or drive onto a piece of pavement. Even in Port Louis, you don't get a fine because it's a tourist car. So they don't want to mess with the tourists too much. And it's like, wow, this guy parked badly, and then they'll let you maybe. But
yeah, you
basically,
can also drive into pretty much any all-inclusive.
if you want to go to an all-inclusive, we drove into the Lux to go use the toilets because we didn't know where the toilets were. We stopped there and we started walking, and the guy was, "Oh, welcome, sir. The breakfast buffet is this way." And we're like,
No, we're just using the toilet.
but we got through security. So once you pass security, you're in an all-inclusive. It's like, yes, garçon, where is my cocktail? What is taking you so long?
Open and honest, we were like, we just want to use the toilet.
We just want to use the toilet. No, come this way. And then it was like, oh, the cinema. Do you know the Liverpool game will be playing tonight? I was like, yeah. And the breakfast buffet. Yeah, I-10s are seriously street cred in Mauritius.
Jerry says police corruption was an issue on the island. I wonder if this has changed.
I'm in this a lot. Before Corona, the police would never stop a foreigner if they saw an I-10 or one of those cars. They would never stop them during the day. But at about 8 o'clock onwards till about midnight, every single I-10 on the island was stopped by a policeman.
Yeah, because they knew you'd probably had a few glasses of wine.
And they would, and then they would like, oh, this is going to be a big fun if we have to take you and get you breathalyzed. It's going to be a lot of money. And they're like, oh no, I don't want to. And it's like, well, you know, you don't seem too drunk. but we really have to do this. Oh no, don't waste your time. Let me give you 1,000 rupees.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
no, then we won't
So,
waste our time.
not sure
So,
about now. We've
Not
never
sure.
experienced it personally ourselves.
we have not experienced it personally, but I met so many people, particularly French lady drivers, who were just hounded the whole time.
Yeah, I know for sure.
They weren't drinking, but you don't want to waste your whole night. By now, having buzzer is just cheaper to pay. So I don't know. Yeah, at the moment I don't know. I
Leo
assume,
says he's the opposite. He's had to buy a new belt because he hasn't been working with COVID.
sorry, Leo. What you need to do is start a YouTube channel and walk around. Wow, I've lost so much weight just walking around doing video.
Okay, so Nito says it's the Ford Ranger Raptor. It's a 2.5 ton pickup. Wow.
It is just insane. It's like what? It looks like a Pantechnicon. You know the one that pulls containers.
Yeah.
It almost looks like that. But it's wide as well. And then some of the guys put these extended wheels on or something. I don't know what they're doing to it. Or maybe it just naturally comes like that. It's insane. Such a big car for such a small island. And yet, you see them a lot.
Yeah. But you bring up a great point there, which I popped on the screen.
Okay.
Because it has a 2-litre engine, just the road tax is a 4,000 rupees
Yes.
a year.
So you're paying the road tax on that. But now, this is where it gets weird. Because it's a diesel, and because it's considered a work truck, you don't pay that.
You probably do still.
No,
Because
I don't think so.
if you had a 2-litre normal regular car like a Mercedes or something,
Yeah.
I think it's crazy expensive the
Okay, so
tax you pay.
yeah, I mean, Tammy is a 1,300, and I pay 4,000 a year for driving on the road.
Okay, so it's you save because it's a work car probably.
Yeah, but I think I think I think it's still at the top end. You're still paying at the top end, but you're not paying like if you have a 4-litre car where you're paying 200,000 a year.
Yeah, the tax on the bigger cars gets
Yeah, it literally gets astronomically expensive. Whereas if it's a work car like those cars, I know I had a friend that had a 2.5-litre diesel, and he was paying less than me a year on it because it was a double cab and he used it for work.
Okay.
So
Apparently
this
the car itself, the Ford Ranger Raptor, costs 2.65 million. Wow, you can practically get a really nice boat for that.
yeah, well, you almost can if you buy second-hand engines.
Absolutely, easily. Yeah, so, anyway.
Yeah, you buy a Tammy. No, you get one of those little Jimmies, and you get one of those smaller fishing boats, and then you have 2 million left over to, buy a house.
Yeah. Exactly. Congestion in Mauritius.
Okay,
especially Port
congestion.
Louis.
I did mention a little bit about how you can actually get to Port Louis in 7 minutes, not breaking the law.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so close, but it can take you
But-
so long if there's traffic.
I had a problem with some of my meetings that I used to have in Port Louis, which is like right
Vishesh
there.
says hello.
Who?
Vishesh.
Hi Vishesh, welcome. We're talking about congestion at the moment, going into Port Louis. I think the worst congestion actually is in Rose Hill, but we'll come back to that. Because Port Louis sort of has the worst congestion, because you can literally, at certain times, spend 2 hours to get from Grand Bay into Port Louis. I've seen it from the other end as well. It's almost as bad. That's why they built the metro that way instead of this way, because it's actually worse from the other side, the Rose Hilly
No,
side.
because everybody lives in.
Quatreborn and cases. So yeah, but it's just, but it's not just at Port Louis. It's like you take a road and you think, we'll just take the back alley. No one will go there. The problem is if one car is stopped on that road, you're stuck.
Yeah.
So congestion happens everywhere. Even on like going into Triolet, for example. Ricky showed that video where you drive and it's just crazy like that. But if one of the other people, it happened to me. It genuinely happened to me. I'm going to do it from downwards, right? You got these two cars and they staggered like this, right? Then a car came in from the top there and a car came in from the bottom there. So now you've got literally two cars that are parked there, and a guy overtook and went in there, and a guy came through here. Now we've got 6 cars all linked up. I really wish I could do a visual on Why don't we do a little visual drawer thing? Ricky will do a visual drawer thing for next time. And the only way the guy could get out was this one, this car. This is the only car that can do it. He had to reverse, right? But there's a bus sitting behind him. So now the bus has to reverse. But 5 cars have gone behind it. I looked at this mess and I turned off. Luckily, there was a turning there. Because I reckon those cars are still parked there. Because there is no way to get them out.
Yeah.
So that is the kind of congestion you get on the narrow roads. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ricky will entertain you with something. I'm going to make some more
Nito
juice.
says that you can't make some more juice. You got to work. Insurance is probably 100,000 a year on the big car.
Okay. I don't know what his insurance is.
And
Mine
Lydia
on...
wants to know, with the narrow roads, trucks bringing containers, would they be able to turn into the narrow road and drop off the container?
I do not know how they do it. There is this 90-degree turn with 2 houses and a wall and other houses on the other side of the road. So it's like a T-junction. And then there's a really sharp turn just after the T-junction. They brought in 2 full-length containers. You know, not the short ones. The full-length containers right onto my road here. I'm still stunned. Driving out, they were trying to get in. And I was like, these guys are never getting in or out. They've literally locked themselves in. So I went around the back way, which is over a dirt gravel road, through a little bit of a dump area, and went around. When I came back, the container was there. And it was like, how did they get this container in there?
Yeah, they have skills.
There are some guys who have skills. Although I watched a professional reversing, not a double train, just one little trailer. This guy's paid to do it. He took like 15 minutes going forward, then going forward and driving back, and then going forward and driving. And it's like, dude, I can do that faster, and I haven't done this in like 15 years.
Yeah, Brian was like, get out the car. Almost.
Yeah, no, you can't actually hear Ricky, but genuinely I was like, no, Rick, let's just pull over here. I'll go and do this because apparently this guy is just going to keep us blocked in. But that was when we were going to the boat show. That was the boat show.
On the way to the boat show.
And then this guy he can't reverse. It's like, how do you employ a driver who can't reverse a trailer?
Yeah.
And yet, on the other hand, impossible. I looked at this and thought these guys were never going to do it. And yet there are 2 containers there, but not the short ones, the full length ones. I genuinely think they must have had wheels that could turn at the back that they could get in or something.
Jerry wants to know what car you drive.
I drive Tammy. She's a 1995 Toyota Corolla E101.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what's really nice about it is she's actually really comfortable because they built cars back then for human beings, not for little robots or what they called crash test dummies. This was actually built for a human being, so she's really comfy. Yeah, she's old and a little bit cranky, but old ladies get a little cranky sometimes. Shut up, Rick.
Yeah.
She's great. And she is like, when we were living in Goodlands, down my road, there were about 15 of them. And the road was only about 200 meters long. Almost everyone on that road had one, apart from Ashwin, who had a JCB. Everyone else had Toyota Corollas from about 92 to about 96.
They're really great because they're cheap to buy and they're cheap to service, and everybody's got the parts.
Yeah, and they're comfortable. So it's like an I-10. It's a little bit uncomfortable because it's slightly narrow, or it's it's just not quite right. But this was a proper Toyota made in the 90s when they were definitely trying to break into the American market. So it is a nice, comfortable car.
Yeah, it's great. I love Tammy.
I've always thought about getting one of the Toyota Crowns, those really old ones. I don't know if anyone knows what they are. But then, at the moment, people do wave me down to get a maroon taxi from me.
Yeah, Jerry says as long as it moves you both from point A to point B, it's good enough. Absolutely.
I completely agree.
Also, what's lovely about Tammy is you don't ever get ripped off.
No, that's one of the big things, is that you pull into somewhere to buy something and the people don't hike the price up. So that
Because if
is...
you're driving a fancy car...
Yeah. Genuinely has happened to us. Borrowed the Mercedes once and went somewhere, and the price was like, wow, that's quite expensive. Actually, we won't bother buying it. And then we went out in the I-10 and it was like half the price. And it's like, people in expensive cars actually do get ripped off because if you're driving an expensive
You
car in
can afford
Mauritius,
it.
you can
Yeah,
afford to pay
yeah.
extra.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. If you stop in a Mercedes and order a roti, it's going to be 20 rupees.
That genuinely actually happened to us. We stopped with Tammy somewhere, and someone said, "No, just take it." It's like, not for a roti. I can't even remember what it was. It was like, "No, we have to pay," you know. No, my gift to you. And it's like, wow, you know, we did pay.
Yes, Nitos agrees that unbreakable Toyota Corolla and 1995 plenty of spare parts in Port Louis.
Yes.
Absolutely, it's a great car.
And there are places in Port Louis where you can park and just say to the guy, "Hey, it's running a little bit badly. Can you have a look? Give him the keys."
Yeah,
He might look a little bit shady. You come back and he says 100 rupees.
yeah, no,
100
they're
rupees, he's done all the
fabulous.
stuff.
Everybody knows how to work on.
I did a video on
These
about
cars.
cleaning Tammy's plugs. And you must know how much that cost me. Nothing.
Yeah,
Because, he's my guy. He puts my oil and I need oil and stuff. But no, Tammy needs her plugs cleaned. He did it for free.
yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Nitos is full of great information. You need to avoid rush hours between 8 and 10 and 3 and 5
Yes.
p.m. in Port Louis.
And
Absolutely.
don't forget, between 12 and 1:30,
Yeah.
in that region, suddenly
Lunchtime.
people are going for lunch.
Yes.
Yeah, I did find out I did have a problem with that. The one time I was actually going to a meeting that I had to get to, and the first meeting was at 9 o'clock. Missed that. Well, I got there at about I think it was about 10:15 because there was an actual accident. It wasn't an accident. It was just a bus had turned and hit a car. No one was hurt or anything, but it was just enough to call the police out and block the road. So I was really a bit annoyed about that.
Yeah.
These guys, it's a bumper bashing. You don't need to stop your car where it is.
Everybody has to.
Yeah. So.
The unbreakable Toyota Corolla. They also, Lito says, used as marine taxis in Mauritius.
Yes, no, everyone waves to me. I drive down the road, the person steps out and I go, it's my car. No, I don't. Of course, I pick them up and charge them the 15 rupees and drive them. No, I don't. I really don't do that. But occasionally I do stop
No,
and
a
give
lot of
someone
people
a
at
lift.
bus stops are like, oh, they get all excited because
Yeah.
they think we're a taxi.
Yeah. Before Corona, I did do a little bit because I used to come from Grand Bay to Goodlands quite a lot. So if I saw the person at that one stop that's definitely going to Goodlands, I'd just stop and pick them up. But since Corona, it's not worth it because if the police stop you and you're not wearing your masks and all that sort of thing. I didn't charge him. I didn't charge him. It was like hitchhiking.
Yeah, no, just pick up people. Yeah, for sure.
But no, you can't. It is one of the sad things about life because I hitched around the country when I was little, and now someone needs a lift, I can pay it forward a little bit, and you can't anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jerry says marine taxis are illegal.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they are. But a lot of Mauritians rely on them to get around.
Yeah. And the police, the police stop them and check that they have their fire extinguisher and their licenses are right and everything. But they never say, is this a paying passenger? They're like, oh no, this is my auntie or something. The police never actually ask.
Yeah. Sheila, welcome. Hi, Mom. Thought you were late. Too late. She couldn't get into your laptop.
Okay, did you send Ricky a whole bunch of WhatsApp? Because the phone blinged earlier.
Maybe. Ashley says hi.
Hi Ashley, welcome.
Nito says it is illegal, but the police are corrupt. Okay, so Nito seems to know a lot about
Who's
Mauritius,
Nito?
giving us loads of information.
Yeah, I know we get all this information. Hook me up behind the scenes a little bit there, Nito, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Need to call you on one of the lives.
Yeah, Ricky might actually copy one of those things and put it on. I don't know how she does
Leo
that.
says, one thing, the mechanics can usually service from A to Z in Mauritius. Here, you need to go to different people for mechanical, electrical, panel beating. Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, no, a lot of the smaller places, and I'm not talking about Mercedes or anything like that, genuinely.
Toyota Corollas.
Toyota Corollas and the like, but even, like if you've got a Renault Clio or something like that, a slightly older car, any car before 2010, I would say, maybe even 2015. You take it to the guy, he's going to fix it. Mine is Garage de Nord. Garage de Nord, I think it's called.
Yeah, Garage.
I go there, you see fancy cars in there, not Mercedes, not the ones that are 5 years old. Because the ones that are 5 years old have to go to a certain place, otherwise you don't get your...
Yeah, not the computer ones.
Yeah, whereas
Mechanical cars.
these guys, they can fix almost anything. I tell you what, even if you do have a Mercedes, and I saw that there we still got Ricky. That really fancy BMW at this place in Cottage where they do the tires, because it is the best guy to do tires in Mauritius. So we still have our this is the tire guy. Cottage is the tire guy. I don't know if there's a better tire person in the whole of Mauritius than the guy in Cottage. Now, I don't know why Cottage is the tire capital of the world.
I don't know, I think just because somebody set up their shop there.
He just decided he wanted to do tires there. But then there's a panel beater, a guy who knocks out dents and things, but only for really exclusive cars. And I thought, there's no way he could do this. There's not enough fancy cars there. And he says, no, I turn people away. Wow. It's like, wait, what? He actually had that old Porsche, the little round one, you know, the original Porsche that's based on the Beetle or something like that. He had one of those because the guy, not the guy, and he swears this is true, the wife pulled it into the parking too fast. So he had to get the dent out. No, he came home a little bit late and didn't see that he had left something in the middle of the road. But they're just always busy doing like RCs and, not RC, you know, the Cobra RC. Is that a thing? Cobra RC. You guys will have to let me know. But they're just always busy. So there are certain elements, but genuinely, if you have a car from before, I'm going to say 2015, you can take it to any of the side door mechanics and they're going to be good and they're going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that I have a Tammy that you can actually just take it to anyone. There is no problem. And you know, if he's like, oh, there's something a little bit iffy here, and you go, oh, how much is that going to cost me? You know, no, I'll fix this one for free, but that one's going to cost you 200 rupees. And you're like, yeah, no, go ahead. Are you sure? Yeah. I can wait a month. No.
Jerry says, living the dream there. Yep, totally, Jerry.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, it's a Sunday afternoon. The sun is shining.
It's wonderful. There's a little bit of an anticyclone.
Yeah, no, it is windy. It is.
But not much rain or anything, so that's cool.
Our plan was to be on the beach, but it is too windy for that.
Vishesh wants to know, can you speak Creole, or are you trying to?
More content, Ricky.
Oh, wow, that is so cute.
Did I say it right? And that's my reward for remembering Creole. Yeah, I think there are a couple of other words like correct that I can say.
You just learned one at the food factory.
Yes, I did. No, I'm going to say Zoli Garçon, which means...
That's correct.
Did I say it right? Zoli Garçon.
Zoli Garçon.
Zoli Garçon. That means me. A mascot. And the other one is...
So basically, to answer your question, Vishesh, no.
No, I speak no Creole. not one word. Ayo.
Ashley says, do you know that the B9 road is known as one of the most beautiful coastal roads in the world? We're going to have to check out the B9.
We did do it, and I really did enjoy it when we went down.
Vishesh agrees
but
with
in the
you,
best of the
right.
world. Okay, cool.
Jerry says, lovely couple. And Leah gave a smiley face.
Thanks.
Right, so to Amelia's question, is parking at Port Louis Market or China? Is there parking at Port Louis Market or Chinatown? Because I would need to cart all my goods around, or can I go back to the put them in the boot and carry on shopping?
Let me just say this straight up: there is parking there, and you're not going to get it. It's done by probably 6 o'clock in the morning. The people are parking there. You get lucky and can get a parking there, but you have to have a ticket that you have to buy in the kiosk. And you have to fill it out, and most of that zone is 1 hour. Some of it's actually a 30-minute zone. So I would say that they do have an underwalk, so you can go park at, let's just say, go see the slavery exhibit. You can park there and then go shopping. Probably frowned upon, but just go to the Koldan. There's parking there. Yeah. They have free parking there, but you're supposed to go and see the national heritage or whatever.
Yeah.
But the Koldan, I would say, park at the Koldan. It is a bit of a walk, and there's nothing you're really shopping for at the market.
Yeah, so you park at Koldan, it's 80 rupees for 4 hours.
Yeah, 80 rupees, or you can park in the sun for 50 rupees.
Yeah.
But the better one is in the shade.
It's really not far.
It's 80 rupees for 4 hours. On a Saturday, if you go on a Saturday, it's
Saturday
free after 12.
Saturday after 12. And it's a little bit quieter, but everything's still open. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, so if you're going to do that there. There's great parking. On a Sunday, the market isn't open, I don't think. I don't know, actually. Is the market open on a Sunday? It might be. market might be open on a Sunday, but there's parking. There's free parking. You don't
Yeah,
have to
I'm pretty
pay
sure
for
the boat
parking.
show was. What,
No, it was Saturday. The boat show was open on Sunday, but
Yeah.
there is. If you're going to the market in Port Louis, you're not going shopping there. You're going to see it.
Nito says bye. Gonna go watch Louis Hamilton at
Oh.
Monza Grand Prix.
Wow!
Oh,
Enjoy.
near La Croisette. We do too.
Yeah, no, we are right, literally
Cool.
across the road
If you
from
see
it.
us on the street, because you know what we look like, come and say hi.
Come say hi.
Thanks for all the really useful information
Yeah,
as
no,
well.
we really
Always
appreciate it.
Ivan says, hi guys. Happy Sunday. Weather
Hi,
looking
Ivan.
beautiful as usual. Have a blessed day. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ivan. Leo says he found out in Sri Lanka they say ayo too.
Really?
Probably the word actually originated from there.
It probably did.
Maybe. That's quite interesting.
I didn't actually know Sri Lankans came to Mauritius.
Yeah.
I know there was quite a big, the biggest community of subcontinent people are from Kolkata. Actually, not Kolkata,
No.
which is weird. I didn't
We
actually
learned
realize
that
it
at the...
until we went to
at
Appavati
Appavati
Ghat.
Ghat.
We found out that they shipped from Kolkata, but they all came from inland.
Yeah.
They
They
came
did.
from the smaller villages. Because those are the people who could actually survive in Mauritius.
They were just marked as Kolkata because that was the
The
departure,
departure point, but
yeah.
they actually
you know,
weren't
good
from
old...
Kolkata, yeah. Close enough. But these were actual people who could work the fields and understood how to smoke
Yeah.
fish and that sort of thing.
But ayo is also... Where else have we heard that?
Yeah, no, we did hear it somewhere else. I can't remember. I remember ish,
Ish.
which is a South African term in Bosnia. In Bosnia,
Yeah.
it means exactly the same thing. Ish.
Yeah. Ish.
Yeah, it means I
Oh,
can't.
whatever.
Yeah.
Ah, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
My mistake. My bad.
Ish.
I spilled the milk. Oh, ish.
Ish.
Similar to ayo.
Ayo. Yeah, no, it is. Ish is the
Yeah.
South African or the Bosnian ayo.
Yeah, how those two got connected, I do not know.
Yeah. But the ayo, I have no idea. It, like Ricky says, it sounds vaguely familiar. That we've heard it somewhere before. But if it does come from Sri Lanka, you know, where did the Sri Lank... Oh, pardon me. Where did the Sri Lankans come to Mauritius?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Really
weird.
strange.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
Oh.
we've discussed most things
Wait.
about...
Are Tamils? Tamils are from Sri Lanka because they have the Tamil tigers. So maybe it's a Tamil word, not just Sri Lankan. Maybe it's Tamil.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, this bears
Oh,
investigation.
Leo just put up, maybe in Sri Lanka are Tamils, and I'm sure people from there or South India came to Mauritius. There you go.
There you go.
Great
Thanks.
minds
You
think
put it
alike.
up as I was saying it.
Yeah.
Great minds, great minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm claiming mine is also great.
Yo, mama, exactly, Nitos. Go watch your Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yo, Nitos, Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. Ayo.
Hey,
Look at me speaking Creole.
is that the cat again? Oh no, that
Oh
was
no, a leaf fell over.
Oh yeah, pieces of palm tree occasionally fall.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. Because it's windy today.
Ashley says, here's a tip. Do not overtake police cars or bikes if they're doing the speed limit.
No.
They're trying to bait you. We wish we could overtake people in Tammy, but
It never happened.
no, we always do the speed limit. Always,
No.
always.
We normally do lower than the speed limit.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a 60 zone or a 40 zone, then we're pretty much just under it. But we normally travel on the highways at 80. But we actually enjoy the trip.
Yes.
A lot of people, they have to get to work in a hurry and they have to do something. But we actually have physically decided that we're not going to rush. We're never going to have a point where we have to rush somewhere. Even if
No.
we're late, it's like, you know what? We get there and someone is cross with us, but it's better than being dead. So we weigh up those two options. Get a little bit late, be dead. So we
I
always
think
travel.
one of the most important things about driving in Mauritius is don't be in a rush.
Never be in a rush because it just
There's
happens.
going to be someone stop
Yeah.
getting a rutty. There's going to be something is going to happen, and
Yeah,
a
even
10-minute journey can take 30 minutes.
yeah, and so you just have to like
Just chill.
Yeah, no, just say you just around the corner. I'll be there now.
Hakuna Matata.
So Mauritius also does have that. It's your appointment is at 10 o'clock ish. traffic dependent. And I'm like, oh, we're going to be so late. And I feel that little bit of nervousness because we're going to be late. And I don't like to be late. But I still don't speed. I don't try and be in a hurry. I still look out for pedestrians. And it's nice. I like driving with Ricky particularly because she does watch the side of the road for me a lot. It is quite a lot to scan for pedestrians and the car stopping and the motorbike. What is the program? Hyacinth, Mrs. Bouquet, Bucket, Mrs. Bucket, keeping up appearances.
Yes. Mind the bicycle, yeah.
Minding the bicycle.
Pedestrians.
Minding the pedestrians, yeah. Yeah, so we do have that sort of relationship where I'm okay with her telling me, pointing out, or it's like, you're going too fast, and it's like, yeah, no, I am braking for this. I don't get snarky or anything. So she's like, oh, you're a little bit close. It's like, yes, dear, braking a little harder.
Yeah,
then.
because those edges.
Yeah.
And they're on my side. It's like.
It's also, in particular, when you're going out to do a video and we're driving through the town for the first drive-through, just to see if there's anything interesting that we should look at before going to the place that we've actually decided to go to, just to make sure. And I'm looking as much as she's looking, and then it's like she notices me looking. She's not looking around. She is like focused on the road, and it's like, do you see the truck? And it's like, yeah, no, I see the truck. I'm completely fine. It's not like I'm looking at this big building next to me.
Yeah, Brian's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like,
oh,
dude.
traffic.
Park into it. Jerry wants to know, where do you lovely couple live in Mauritius?
Right here. Grand Bay, it's right next to La Quisette.
Yeah, right next to La Quisette. We're lucky.
Yeah.
Vito's just ordered some Nando's.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice. We actually, is that chicken still cooking? Or do you turn it off?
No, it's still cooking. I'll go turn it off now. We're making some chicken soup from
We're
a
making
carcass.
chicken soup with peri chicken soup. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Mouth watering. But I can smell it. It's wafting through.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about gas.
You can just slow, yeah, you can't hear Ricky, but she's talking about gas being awesome, where you can just slow cook something. What we do is we buy these carcasses, the chicken carcass.
The whole chicken.
It's not the whole chicken, it's just the whole chicken carcass, and you cut the breasts off, which are nice, beautiful pieces of chicken, perfect for putting on the braai or making schnitzels. We made cheddar malt schnitzels, if anyone knows what spur. Cheddar malt schnitzels, we made those for breakfast.
With cheese and mushroom sauce.
Cheese and mushroom sauce, and that's what we had for breakfast, yes. Sometimes you can have cheddar malt schnitzels for breakfast. But then you got the carcass left over. And you just boil it with some carrots and some onions and some garlic and
Celery
some celery salt.
The
And
celery is expensive.
and peri, Mrs. Robinson's peri. Chuck that in, boil it down. It takes like 4 or 5 hours, but it's not a soup, it's a consommé. Once you've strained it, it's a consommé. It is so yummy. We had it last weekend, and I was like, no, I want it again for supper on Sunday.
It's so yum. So the poor little
Yeah.
street puppies, they just get
They,
scraps.
they get the bones, but you know they're happy with the bones. So, well, it's a little bit meaty because you've taken all the flavor out, so they're just getting protein. But I just love that with the dense brown bread.
Sheila's is going to watch your boat vlog now. Thanks for the chat.
Okay, welcome. Enjoy the boat vlog.
Bye, Mum.
Ricky gets on a boat. Ricky does actually get on a boat.
Hassan says bonjour, Brian and Ricky. Bonjour, Hassan.
Hi, son.
Ashley says, I hope they put a bike lane in Mauritius. I do believe this is necessary.
Yeah, I agree. Never going to happen. There's not enough space.
Yeah, because a lot of the walls are right next to the road.
There is a bike lane, and it goes around the amphitheater. That is the only place I've ever seen a bike lane. Although there is mountain biking things. There is in Durutti Forest. They have an entire mountain bike path.
Yeah, but that's like for fun. That's a recreational. There's recreational
Biking is
tracks.
recreational. Why would anyone want to bicycle for anything else? Take an electric scooter, people.
But yeah, bike lanes, because if you get a scooter, this is very important. Drive in the middle of the road like a car.
If you're a motorbike or a scooter, middle of the road like you're a car.
Because if you
if you start pulling over a little bit, people are going to keep pushing you closer and closer to the edge. And remember, there is no edge, it's a cliff.
Sometimes, or a wall.
Or a wall. Yes, there actually was a wall. It's like a building built. It's actually in the road. Where was that? Wow, where was
A
that?
lot of places in Grand Bay.
Yeah, a lot of places in Grand Bay.
The
Actually,
wall
no,
is right
there
up
is a
against
place
the
in Grand
road.
Bay where you walk around the guy's house, and it happened to me. It was raining, and a bus was coming, and the bus had to stop because I was walking around this building because there is no actual place but to walk in the middle of the road. Ew.
Leo says, poor Mrs. Bucket, one of my favorite shows. I had an auntie like that once in Mauritius. Yeah.
Wow, I can imagine.
I'm not quite that bad, but
It's not bucket, it's
Almost.
pronounced bouquet.
Bouquet, Mrs. Bouquet.
Sorry, Leo, Ricky mispronounced your aunt's
Yeah.
name.
Jerry says, did you get a Mauritian driving license or are you using your own country driving license?
I'm still using a South African one, but I do need to upgrade it to the Mauritian one because it's going to expire 2022. So yeah, next year June it expires.
Yeah, so got to get a new one.
So I got to get a new one. Either I get another South African one where I send an optometrist fee, or I'm really hoping that I get the one where they just give me a license for everything.
And then what? Then you could go drive
Then
that
I can get a
truck.
Harley. Then I
That
can
was
drive
in
the
our
big
way.
truck. Yeah.
Amelia wants to know energy drink. Our friend asks Monster, Red Bull, Dragon, Red Bull.
Okay, I don't know
Is
about
the
those
habit
ones.
coming to Mauritius?
We have a lot of different energy drinks. I do know we have the Monster, the Red Bull, the Monster one, the blue one, the light blue one is the one I would drink if I'm going to energy drink. We do have both types of Red Bull, but we have a lot of these other ones like Play or something like that. There are a lot of different energy drinks. I just don't think I've seen Dragon. Have you seen Dragon? Black with a
I
red
think
dragon.
so, yeah. I think
Okay.
at Intimate or something.
Okay, so Ricky probably has seen Dragon. We do have energy drinks. We also have the full-size Monsters. So we do have the proper, I don't know what they are, 750ml Monsters as well.
Yeah, Red Bulls, and it's not that expensive. It's actually about
Red Bull is expensive, but Monster is
no, but it's
65
about the same as
rupees.
in South Africa. I'd say.
At 250ml is 57 rupees, I think.
So 20 rand.
20 rand for a Red Bull in the supermarket. A Monster is 65 for the 500ml. So a 500ml Monster is that. But then you have these other brands which are still energy drinks.
Yeah.
I can't remember the one I got. It was actually really nice. I mean, I like energy drinks. Ricky doesn't. I like the flavor of the actual energy drink.
Oh, I find them way too sweet.
Yeah, so there was one that I got that was about half the price of Monster.
Yeah.
So I think it was like 37 for a half liter. Might have been 35.
Yeah, you do get some weird brands
Yeah.
coming through, like I suppose from Malaysia and.
It also, it happens that this brand comes through and then it's gone and you never see it again.
Yeah.
That does happen quite a lot here. It's like, oh no, this is really great. And you go back there and it's like nothing there. And you go back week after week after week and it still never comes back. But we do get some interesting things because we are French based. So we get a bouillon. I don't know if you know the little stock cubes that you put into stews and things. We get really a lot of flavors of those here.
Oh yes, we've got the wine and herb
The
stock
white
cube.
the white wine and herb
Yeah,
stock wine.
stock cube.
It is awesome
It is lovely.
for white wine and stock cube. But we also get the roast gravy one. That is my favorite.
Yeah.
Because you make some fries, you make a roast gravy stock cube with Ricky's stuff. Corn flour.
Yeah.
And you just pour that over. If we had croutons, we would put curds on it. No, if we had curds, we'd make croutons. Is that what it's called?
Putin.
Putin. We'd make Putin.
Yeah, I think that's the Prime Minister of Russia, but same thing.
Yeah. But that, with the chips.
Yeah, yummy.
We only have two types of potatoes here.
Yeah,
we
potatoes
have
are a bit difficult.
we have a King Edward, and we have but it's not a red potato, but it is a red skin potato, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's not a Desiree. It's no, I can't remember the name, but you have the two types of potato. So the one makes great mashed potato, and the other one makes great mashed potato. But neither of them really make good chips, or they make an okay roast, but it's not really a great roast. So potatoes here are, you cut them and you put them in your curry. That is the type of potato we have here.
Yeah, or mashed.
They're heavily starched potatoes.
Yeah, starched potatoes. Not great for chips, but you do get all the McCain's frozen.
Yeah, you get all the chips frozen,
what's...
but there are only two types of here. And the biggest type of onion is red onion. So if anyone's interested in onions, red onions, big time. I think they grow them. They do have the white onion, but I've never actually seen if they grow them here. And then you get things like bread. It's not a bread, it's a leaf.
We do grow potatoes and onions in Mauritius.
Yeah, potatoes
so
and onions in Mauritius.
Cheap and
they're government
subsidized and all that.
So they're 40 rupees a kg.
Yeah.
If they're charging more than 40 rupees, they're ripping you off.
Yeah, for sure.
So potatoes and onions, they're staples here.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised by, you have 3 different chicken suppliers. You probably have more, but they're the 3 I see. And the one is for, it's called a blank. It's a chicken breast with the bone still on it. You have to cut the chicken breast off yourself. The one is 165 rupees a kg. The other one is 225, and the other one is 325. So they have this big difference in chicken breast, but on all their chicken is the same thing. I know we're talking about driving.
Wow, thank you, Ashley, for getting us back on topic. For people having a foreign license, you can only use it for 4 weeks. If you're staying longer than that, you need to convert it to a Mauritian license, and it's free of charge.
Okay.
Right, so a video coming up soon of how you convert
your license. So you're only allowed for 4 weeks. Huh?
But Ashley says, but I keep using my UK license, as I know police don't know about this law.
Yeah, no, they don't, because I've been using my South African license since we got here, 5 years, and I've extended another 5 years.
Yeah, so, okay, let's go check out how easy it is.
How to change your license from South African to Mauritian.
There's a police station just down the road. We'll start with them and then see where they send us to.
And see how you convert your South African license to a Mauritian license. Huh? Cool, thanks Ashley.
Yeah. Something to think about. Don't keep chatting.
Yeah, sure. If you're okay, I just need another juice. But I'll go make it. I'm going to go make a juice. Ricky is going to entertain you with a drive-through
let's go back to the
Triolet again, because
thing.
that thing really surprised me. I'm going to make juice, but I'm actually going to go pee. Sorry guys for way too much information. But anyway, this here, wow, how did my finger not work
driving in
properly?
Mauritius.
This is driving in Mauritius. Wow, I just bent it down a little bit. Ricky's going to make it bigger. Enjoy guys. Ricky will comment over it.
Yeah. Amelia says, hope there's cake and bread flour, because we like making homemade bread. There's loads of flour, Amelia, all sorts of different, more flour, types of flour than you'll ever get in South Africa. So many different types of flour for all sorts of things, but there is plain bread flour and plain cake flour, and the plain bread flour is actually only, I think, about 24 rupees for 2 kilo. So crazy cheap. Everybody here uses flour a lot, so it's one of the subsidized things also. Yeah. Driving through Triolet. Sometimes it can be cool like this, where you can actually drive through Triolet. Sometimes you really have to take the Triolet bypass, because wow, Triolet can be super blocked. Exactly, Jerry, the bus leans, it looks like it's gonna flip over, but he didn't care. Hey, he was just going for it, absolutely going for it. We were not intentionally following him. There's just only one main road through Triolet, so that's where we were, and you can see how fast he went as well, because we go slow. And then when this bus comes and overtakes it, it's like, no dude, can you not see us? Really, yeah, fun times. But yeah, at least in Triolet there's a sidewalk, as you can see, but not many parkings, because people build their shop as far as they possibly can. So they keep extending their shop until they reach the street, basically. So until you reach the street, they keep pushing forward. So there's really not a lot of parkings. Yeah, particularly in places like Grand Bay, it's like you don't even have a sidewalk. People's shops come right up to the front, and then they put extra outside bits outside the shop.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, everyone. I wasn't quite ready for the live to go on this long because we had the premiere first, but I thought we were gonna have the live before, so I didn't actually go pee. Apologize for toilet humor, but and then we did the premiere, and then we did the live, and now we're doing the live for about an hour. So
Jerry says it takes a special skill to drive in Mauritius on the small roads.
it really does, and it's
With
like
no one following the road rules. Yeah.
But once you've learnt it, I think you could drive anywhere in the world. Well, maybe not India. There are places in India where I've seen where it's worse.
Yeah.
But here in Mauritius, I've got the feel for it. It's like in England, there's certain rules that they don't tell you. So when I was driving around England, it was like when you're coming down a hill, you pull off if the road isn't wide enough so the guy coming up the hill can go past so he doesn't have to stop. In Mauritius, I'm not quite sure how that works because it's not really flat. I mean, it's flat, there's not really hills. And where there are hills, it's somehow this guy gets to go before me because he got to that place where it's open before me. It's like, I'm not quite sure how that works. So I slow down and let the guy go through first. But I'm not sure what the actual law is on this one.
Yeah, no, it is weird.
Yeah, so can people just like drive past me? I do know. It's also that is something. That is something. Sorry, Amelia. Anyone from South Africa, if you're watching this, this is very, very important. Probably the most important piece of information you're going to learn right now. If a traffic light is flashing orange, the main road can go through without stopping. It's not an automatic four-way stop. In South Africa, if the traffic light's broken, it becomes an automatic four-way stop. In Mauritius, it's the main road, so it's based on the French system, where the main road, Ricky's going to type this up.
Important info.
It's important info. The main road, when a traffic light breaks down, it is not a four-way stop. You cannot get to the four-way stop and start driving because that person coming down the road that is the main road or considered the main road, they're just going to drive right through and crash into you because they have right of way. And it genuinely happens. It's like I had to slam on brakes once because I thought we were the main road. I'd stopped, I'd checked. The guy's coming, he's obviously going to stop. And I started going, and then he hooted and it was like, hey, wait a second, this is like Europe. It was lucky that I'd been to Croatia and learnt this before because you think it's a four-way stop when the traffic light breaks. Even when it's flashing orange. Nah. Unless there's a policeman there, the right-of-way goes to whichever road is the main road, and you don't know. Some of them, you look at them and go, I don't know if this is the main road or not.
Survival of the fittest. Yes, Jerry.
That's exactly it.
But yeah, don't assume that anyone's going to stop if the traffic light is
flashing.
orange.
It's not a four-way stop in Mauritius. It's some of them are very obvious. It's really obvious. It's like the Grand Bay one, where you've got the main cross between 20-foot road and the Super U road. The 20-foot road is number one. Not at the moment because they got roadworks. So
it's
now
closed, yeah.
Now the other way is, but before it was 20-foot road was the main road, so everyone stopped for that. It's like weird, but seriously, that is really important.
Yeah.
It's not. We don't have four-way stops.
And if there's a T junction coming into a main road,
Yeah.
the main road.
The
one
main
that's
road-
not a T junction is going to have right away, and they're just going to
Yeah.
keep coming through that orange light. They don't even vaguely slow down.
And it's there where drivers are not polite. Anywhere else, if you're pulling out of a driveway, someone will let you in. Genuinely, you pull your nose in, someone will hoot. Okay, you wait, and then you start driving, and you see that someone's actually stopped to let you in.
Yeah.
But on a T junction, when the traffic light's broken, the cars are just going to keep going
Ashley, full of
forever.
information. You need to look for the upside down white and red triangle, which means give priority.
Yes.
Upside down red.
Yeah, no,
and white
they do
triangle.
have that, but they don't have them where they're traffic lights.
Yeah.
They have the one there in Goodlands, at the Goodlands bypass. There is one definitely there, and I've seen it. And
Okay, so an upside down red and white triangle.
yeah, red on the outside, white in the middle, means priority to others.
You don't have priority.
You don't have priority. There is a red one with white on the not red, sorry, yellow diamond with white on the outside. That means you have priority. But I've never seen one in Mauritius. But in Croatia, I did see those on every single traffic light. They either had the upside down triangle or the yellow diamond. And it was why I didn't have an accident in Mauritius, because it was that close. I thought it was a four-way stop. The traffic light was broken. I stopped. I started pulling forward, thinking it was a four-way stop. And then a car came and hooted, and it was like, oh no, wait, this is like Croatia. But they don't tell you that you don't have right of way. Some places they do. It was Jerry, right?
No, that was Ashley.
Ashley,
suggesting that.
Thank you, Ashley. You do see that, but I've only seen the one in Goodlands. I haven't seen any others. I must admit I don't pay attention too much to that because I understand how it works now. So I pull up and I see if someone is slowing down there, or if they're a little bit far away, I just sneak my way in.
So Amelia wants to know where's your car parked, because we've only seen inside your house and your yard, but where does the car park?
But the
In
car
front
park,
of the house.
because this is a complex, I have to park outside of the complex. There's only one parking in the complex, so Tammy lives in the trees.
Yeah, we park outside on the road. There's like a cleared area.
Yeah, there's a cleared area for 3 cars. There are 3 complexes, so 3 cars. But Tammy, it is embarrassing because I have to go mop her from time to time. I kid you not, I actually mop her to clean her. But she has 3
Which
geckos.
brings us on to our next question of car wash areas. Are there lots, or is it not the norm to go wash your car?
There are a lot of car wash areas.
And it's very common to go wash your car.
And
People
everyone-
do it
yeah.
all the time, just not Brian.
I like to wash Tammy with a mop.
Yes.
Because the other guys, when they clean her, they chase away my geckos and my ant collection and my...
Yeah. Tammy has a whole habitat living inside her.
Tammy lives in the bush, and
we're
yes,
completely happy with that.
yeah, mosquitoes.
I saw him.
And we like to have them because actually mosquitoes, because Tammy is an old car, she has a lot of places where mosquitoes can come and live inside. So it's better to have a gecko live there and eat the mosquitoes, so that when we drive we don't have a problem with mosquitoes.
And the gecko's good as gold. As soon as we open the car,
Yeah.
I don't know where he ducks off to.
But
I think he goes and lives in the boot.
Yeah, I think he lives in the boot, but he comes and he stays in... I know it sounds weird, guys, and I'll give you a Tammy tour at some point of the mosquitoes. The not mosquitoes, because the geckos eat the mosquitoes.
Yes.
But
there is a gecko.
Before Ricky gets in, I have to lower the sun visor and bang the
Yeah, just because I don't want to be freaked out by a spider or a gecko.
We've had one jumping spider, but he was on the outside. The rest of the
He
time,
was small. He was small.
But the rest of the time it was geckos.
But yeah,
and
car
things.
washes. Every supermarket has
I'm
a car wash.
just going to count how many I've got here. I've got Intermart.
At Insmart in the car
That's
park.
the Le Croisette one, so there's one there. There's the Surinaga one, which is right close to us.
Yeah.
That's on Sotis Road or Grand Bay Road, depending on what you want to know. There's the one that's just there next to the famous butchery.
And there's a big one at Super U.
There's a big one at Super U. There's one just down the road at near the police station, just down from the police station.
There's a lot. There's an absolute lot of them.
Now listen to this. Right there, 2 houses away from me, the guys also wash cars for taxis.
Yeah, did he say how much it was?
No, he didn't actually tell me.
Okay.
Because he watches me mop Tammy and laugh.
Yeah, but they do like a full service.
They
vacuum
have
inside
proper
and outside.
vacuum cleaners, and they actually have 2 women who go into the car and make it pristine. They mostly deal with the fancier taxis where they actually put something on the leather. So they do some sort of leather plushing.
But it's just outside their house because
Yeah.
they're at a dead end. They're in a
So
cul-de-sac.
but it is mostly for fancier taxis. And I say taxis with leather, because they come out with this vacuum cleaner that is like, if they sucked up Tammy, it would be taking off the leather, or not the leather, the material that you sit on, because it's a little bit old and it's frayed in some spots. But yeah.
So then, in a similar vein, where would you get a boat or kayak? salt out of the boat or the kayak?
In your garden? Stop being lazy. You asked that question.
Amelia.
Oh, sorry. No, Amelia, really? If Frank? France? Wow. Anyway, if France wants his kayak cleaned, I know a guy, and they'll put it through the entire process. But basically, no, you just hose it down.
Yeah.
Or just put it in your swimming pool.
There's not, as far as I've seen, any laws on washing with soap and everything in an area.
On construction sites, you still have to follow the exact same laws that you do in South Africa, where you have to have a bunch wall and oils have to run away. But in the rest of Mauritius, you just spray it down.
Yeah,
The water pressure, if you've got good water pressure, you just spray it down. Salt, if you want to do it before you leave the beach, just pull up at a beach that actually does have one of the taps where you can clean it off. There are quite a lot of places. Grand Bay has one tap. I'm just sorry about that, and I don't know why. But Perry Bay has the 2 showers and about 8 taps where you can actually rinse off your kayak. Grand Gorb has an entire center devoted to taking salt off stuff. So you do have a lot of...
yeah, because they got all the big yachts and everything moored there. So
Yeah.
they've got specialists that can do anti-fouling and...
Yeah, so you can do
all
all
the
that
rest
sort of
of
thing.
that.
But if it's just a kayak, you want to get your salt off, just hose it off.
Jerry says, good thing there's not much road rage in Mauritius. The drivers are considerate and understanding.
Yes, I haven't heard of road rage. Some guys get pissed off and they sort of swear at you. But then you see them as they're driving ahead of you. You know, it's like you weren't deliberately trying to be bad to them or anything.
You were just doing the speed limit.
And you were overtaking someone, but then they hoot at you, and it's like, oh, when they come up fast behind you and they flash your lights, and you're like, no, there's someone next to me, dude. Seriously, where am I supposed to go? Should I just drive
Not
into
so
the
much
gravel
road
for
rage,
you?
I suppose. Some people are a little bit
Yeah,
anxious to get
and then
to
they
where they
get-
want to go.
They get really upset with you and they hoot and then they glare at you, but you're following them along, and then you see that, no, they regretted that because now they're getting bad karma from you.
Yes.
I think a lot of Mauritius road rage is destroyed by bad karma.
For sure, because there's only one road in and out
Yeah.
of something, so you're going to be following behind them for a while.
Yeah,
You can't just have road rage and move on. That person's still going to be with you. You're going in the same direction.
yeah, and also, someone got fined recently for doing some sort of bad act because they started putting up these cameras.
Yeah, that's what Ashley's just mentioning. The
Okay.
Safe City cameras are operational.
Yeah.
They can capture someone using their phone or not wearing a seat belt, and they can capture you speeding.
And they're doing that. I didn't know that they could actually. I knew that they could do the seatbelt. I didn't know about the cell phone. No, I knew about the cell phone, but
And
no.
the speeding between the different
Yeah.
cameras, they can...
They're doing speed averaging.
Yes.
I didn't know they could actually do that, but apparently they can. And genuinely, guys, don't worry about speed averaging unless you're on a highway, because speed averaging through a village, you get it at the front of the village, you get it at the back of the village. You've already stopped 3 times. You picked up your rotties. You've been stuck by a bus.
Also, it's incredibly difficult to do more than 60.
You cannot go through that town that fast. But I do know that they caught a guy being road ragey. Not road ragey, he swerved into a guy. And I've seen this a couple of times, and I was really upset because the guy wouldn't let him pass. He was sitting behind him on the fast lane, and there was another slow car, and there were 2 slow cars. One doing 79, one doing 81, and they slowly went past, and the guy went, as soon as he pulled over, and he had just overtaken the guy, pulled over, this guy swerved into him, pulled in front of him, and slowed right down. It was like, oh wait, we don't do that in Mauritius. But there was a speed camera right up ahead. Not the one across the boom. And I read about it in the paper that the guy got head up for doing that.
Wow.
It was, I don't know what they called it. It was reckless driving.
Yeah.
He got done up for reckless driving because they caught it on the camera, where he swerved into the guy, and the guy actually had to swerve into the emergency lane. Anywhere else in Mauritius, that guy would have fallen off a cliff to his doom. But luckily it was on the M2, and there was a bit of an emergency lane. So, they do catch them for that. And I would like more of them out there, because I don't mind being recorded
I think
driving
the safe
badly.
cams are great.
And I never drive badly. I drive slowly, and yes, I upset some people behind me. sometimes when I'm overtaking someone and he's doing 75 and I'm doing 80 and it takes a little bit longer than the guy behind me hooting and flashing his lights would like because he's more important than me to get past. It's like, I don't mind, but you know what? When he goes past me, I give him the bad karma vibe. Well, not me, because I really don't care, but Ricky gives him the bad karma vibe.
I send bad karma.
Ricky does. Ricky believes in the karma thing, and it genuinely does work because that guy got fined and he was hooting at us.
I'm like, off you go. Have a nice day.
That's sarcastically. You can't tell the difference between Ricky's sarcasm or not sarcasm. I still don't know, and I've been with her for almost 40 years, 30 years.
Enjoy your trip. Hope you get there super safely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ricky's going to put up a little thing in the corner there that says you must subscribe and stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that button.
She hasn't done that one. We have a button for that. I'm going to point at it. No, wait, it's the other way. There we are, everyone.
And you need me.
You need Ricky with the black t-shirt. Yeah, there we are. Please click like and subscribe. And I'm actually pointing at it. Wow. You're supposed to do this every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyway, guys, if you're not subscribed, which you pretty much all are. But anyway, thanks for hitting the like button. Do appreciate it.
Yeah, it does help.
I don't know. I hope it helps.
We can maybe get free things if we've got lots of subscribers.
Yeah, no.
Because like Will got to stay at a place.
Yeah, Will Tevs went and hooked up with Mauritius Stay and got himself
Stayed in a beautiful villa in Le Morne for free.
For free because, wait.
Oh my word, we have the ability to click and move.
Yeah, but can you not give it a black background?
I probably can.
Ricky's going to give it a black background. So anyway, everyone, there you go. Please like and subscribe. It's going to get a black background now. Or the whole video might just black out in a second. So there you go. Please like and subscribe. Black background. You can't see my finger through it.
Oh, that's cool. I don't have to actually wear black shirts anymore.
Yeah, no, you just put a black border around it.
The amazing things that technology can bring to you.
Welcome to the future.
Ashley is great with information. It's actually illegal for someone to flash you from behind for overtaking.
Really?
Wow, cool.
I get that a lot. Can we? I wonder if we can put like dash cams front and back of the car, because I don't really want to begrudge someone their hurry or anything, but it's illegal. No, I'm not a snitch.
So I'm saying thanks, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate. Ricky's gonna put up a little a text somewhere to say thank you for all the cool information that you've been imparting.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Ricky's going to do that now. But it is like that. It's like on the roads. I drive slowly. I really do. I'm an old man on the road. Yeah, and I'm an old man in real life as well. But I'm not that old.
No,
I drive like an 80-year-old. I genuinely do. I check 3-4 times at the thing.
I pulled up the chat instead. Cool. I forgot I even had that on here.
Okay, cool. There you go. Thanks for all the great info and awesome chat.
Oh, I can bring up the chat here, then I don't have to
keep that's a little tiny chat.
Shimmying.
Okay, there we go. We've got some chat there. Next to us, it's where Ricky sits normally, so she's just hiding herself again.
I can switch it off.
Okay, but it is kind of small. I don't know if you guys can actually read that. I can't read it from here. Anyway, so we still got Ricky. Now we got chat. Wow.
I know, it's like magic.
Yeah.
Gotta love technology.
This is great. This is called OBS. It's open source.
Oh, apparently it's also illegal to have a dash cam in the car.
Really? In Mauritius?
But it's prone to have break-ins from thieves.
Dash cams? Because dash cams, I think, are really important.
Yeah, no, I watched a whole video on someone that had a dash cam, and then he's like, no, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. But the dash cams are protect you, like if you have an accident, to see that the person in front of you are doing something reckless or... But wow, you're not allowed to have dash cams. It's like one of those weird things, and I don't know if any of you guys smoke.
Okay, everyone, now, check Dashcam Owners Australia. Cool, Leo.
Okay,
Oh,
thanks,
dude.
Leo. I just wanted to say something about, but it's tobacco and you shouldn't really talk about it. But it's actually illegal to roll your own cigarettes here. I don't know if anyone smokes, but it's actually illegal to roll cigarettes here. You're allowed to buy tobacco, you can only buy cigarettes. I found that a little bit weird when I first got here. Obviously, I'm a non-smoker. I gave up during Corona. But it was a little bit weird when I first got here that they don't sell tobacco because they're scared people are going to roll marijuana cigarette. Can you guys hear that? It's the motorbike guys. Hi. Hello. We're actually live on YouTube at the moment. It's my neighbors coming home. So, I found that a little bit weird. I mean, I know a lot of people, disapprove of that sort of thing, but anyway, I just thought I'd put it out there. So if you're coming to Mauritius and you're a smoker, only bring cigarettes, don't bring tobacco. It's illegal.
Jerry says dashcams are the norm these days.
I would say so. I keep thinking about putting one in Tammy because, it's like, what if this is the day that thing happens and now I've got 1 million views in 5 minutes?
No, it's okay because I got my cell phone right next to you.
Yeah, I think
Generally.
that's probably better.
Media says she drives kids and can't be without a dash cam because people love to lie about accidents. Wow,
Yes.
Okay. Wow, so I don't go out and sometimes I turn the camera on and show the parents what the kids do. Your little kid.
Oh, don't show the parents, just blackmail the kids.
Yeah. Oh wow, I don't know anything about dash cams.
Yeah, no,
That's kind of cool.
I did understand that a lot of the Russians started bringing out dash cams and they suddenly had all those dash cam accidents and things. But I always understood that it was a great way to show your insurance that it wasn't your fault. That you are on this side of the road and the guy actually swerved onto your side of the road.
Okay.
And even though he hit you on the side and you moved over, you've got proof that you are on your side of the road.
I suppose now in Mauritius we've got these safe city cameras on
But
most
they're so
traffic
few and
circles
far between.
that they're putting quite a lot.
They need to put more,
People have been
but
complaining a bit.
they should not disallow dash cams.
Okay, cool. So Amelia wants to know how many cigarettes can we bring, and Craig answered 400.
Right, so you can bring 400 cigarettes, but you can't bring tobacco.
Right, so 400 cigarettes for each person traveling, I suppose.
Yeah, but no tobacco, and I think
Okay, cool. That's like what, two
two cartons, yeah, and I think it's a litre of ethanol.
A litre of ethanol.
Which means, if you're bringing Johnny Walker, you can bring 2 litres.
Right. Okay. So the whatever the alcohol percentage is.
Yeah. So if it's a 50%, you can bring 2 litres. It's mostly you can bring the 2 bottles of whatever you're drinking. But also there's certain alcohols here that are cheaper than in South Africa, and there's certain that are ridiculously expensive. If you're a fan of Johnny Walker Blue Label, give up. You don't want to buy it in Mauritius. It is
Craig
crazy.
says he just
expensive.
booked the first 2 weeks in November and can't wait. Grand Bay, here we come. B52 bar stock up on mojitos.
Oh, awesome.
Nice, Craig.
Yeah.
We must meet you down there. B52 is really close to us, and they
Yeah.
are open at the moment.
Are they?
So
Did they
it's cool.
open? Okay, cool. I didn't
Yeah,
actually
I've seen
see.
them open.
I love their dodo. That is my favorite piece of Grand Bay.
Jerry has a Blackview Dashcam 2-CH in his car.
Yeah, no, my dash cam is sitting right over there. She's called Ricky. Sorry, guys.
Someone's still trying to phone.
Someone's still trying to phone.
It's probably going to be persistent.
Yeah, no, she wasn't persistent before. It's my mom. It's not my dad. It's my mom this time. My dad actually killed the live. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Phoning from the
we were checking
Caribbean.
our thing.
He wanted to show me how few boats were in the harbour because he lives in Tortula, and normally Tortula is like this mega yachting zone. They have that famous, the guy who owns the Virgin Aeroplanes,
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. They have the Richard Branson octopus. He made this octopus so he could put corals on it around a sunken ship. and it's like one of the greatest dive sites in the world. And because of that, a lot of people come to this little island that he lives on. Oh wow, I don't know why we're actually talking about this. It's not about boats and things. But anyway, he wanted to show me.
says subsidy camera is a joke in Mauritius. I don't know, for us, I think they're getting quite good at the moment because people are complaining. All the ones they've put up in Grand Gorb and
They're actually catching
those
people.
areas. Yeah, I don't know actually.
I've only seen a report of one person being caught on it.
Yeah, so maybe it's a joke. Who knows?
Yeah, I also think it's more a placebo effect. It's hopefully stopping people from doing something stupid because there's a camera there. Although I've seen guys going through that camera. A guy overtook me. I was doing 60. I was doing like about 55. I was doing 50 kilometers an hour. And this guy overtook me at the camera. And he must have been doing 100 and it was a 60 zone.
Wow.
And did they catch him? I didn't see any flash or anything like that. So,
Teresa enjoys her glass of wine.
Mauritius has great wine. We bought a bottle of wine for 84 rupees from Super U. What wine, mind you?
I'm pretty sure Teresa's from South Africa, so
Yeah.
yeah. Mauritius has all the South African wines, just at a higher price.
Yeah. No. There was a whole ton. I don't know if it's happened since then, where we got the really like the. It wasn't Zonneblom. It wasn't Rustin Frida. Can you remember what it was? All those Shirazes, wild porcupine, something like that. There's some sort of porcupine wine, and they had them all, and they were 250 rupees a bottle. It's not always like that, but it does happen. But they also have the great Mauritian wines, made from lychees, and that's a great wine. And then there's the Mafia wine, 84 rupees a bottle. Yeah, you just add
It
water.
wasn't so bad. It really
Actually, I
wasn't so
kind
bad.
of enjoyed it. I kind of liked it. But Ricky drank the whole bottle. I had one glass and Ricky drank the whole bottle. So it actually probably was okay. 84 rupees a bottle.
I mean, it
Wow.
says Blue Label in South Africa is also for the rich and famous. Absolutely.
Okay, but here, no, here it's for... in South Africa it's what, like 2,000 Rand?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure what Blue Label is. I've never actually bought one. But when I saw the price of one here, it was like, yeah, no, even Ruka is not going to buy one. Ruka was a friend of ours who always used to try outdo us on whiskey.
Jerry says the camera caught 100 people, but 99 of them paid the police, so only one got the fine. And Amelie says, I can't wait to get back home. I'm coming home next year. Yay!
Oh, welcome home next year.
Your family has a shop and a restaurant still there, but you can't remember what it's called though.
Where? In Grand Bay?
Not sure. Where is it, Amelie?
Emily, let us
Shop
know
and
where
a
it
restaurant.
is. If they still got it, we will happily go visit. We did
The
a...
surname is Viraswamy and Sawami, and they're next to each other.
Okay.
Wow. Leo apparently learned how to make wine during lockdown. Awesome.
We already knew how to make wine from Croatia, but we did make it during lockdown.
As well, yeah.
I made a really good... No, it was a grape wine.
James C, that's classic. I think Big Tech is watching the stream. I just got an ad on my phone with the title, There Goes the Dash Cam. Wow, advertising Facebook glasses with the camera built in. No need for a dash cam. That is just classic. Those sorts of weird things happen all the time though. It's bizarre. Anyway, Amelia wants to know about parking of boats and kayaks. Are there special places that you have to park them?
Okay, now I don't know about kayaks. You take your kayak home. You really should.
Yeah, you just take that home.
Although we had a kayak for about 6 months, not us personally, but for the dive center, and we actually chained it up to a wall. So they have these places where you have this like stone wall, and you have these like stainless steel loops, and you put your chain through that, and you link your kayak to it. So that they do have that, and it doesn't matter. It's like the one at Perry Bear. I'm not sure where you're going to live, but the one at Perry Bear is you have to speak to Patricia, and she will let you hook your kayak up there.
Otherwise, you put them on your roof
On your roof and take them home.
and you take them home. Boats.
Boats, you have to have a mooring point, and you have to buy that mooring point.
And they are like gold.
If you have a Peribere mooring point, will now set you back 2.5 million rupees.
Yo, because you basically have to buy someone's boat.
You have to buy their boat and their mooring point. Their boat is worth probably, I would say, 250,000 rupees, but you're going to pay 2.5 million rupees for that.
Yeah, because the mooring points are difficult,
Yeah.
but there are lots of places.
Open mooring points are Cap Millereux and Grand Gorbe.
Yeah, so in certain places like Grand Bay and Peribere, you can't just park your boat.
You can't park your boat, you have to buy a mooring point. Peribere, like I said, about 2.5 million. Grand Bay is
You
probably about
have to be part
1.5
of the
million.
yacht club and
Yeah.
all that.
Whereas if you go to Cap Millereux, you can probably get one for about 200,000. Same
Yeah.
with Grand Gorbe.
Because there's only limited places for parking boats, and
Yeah.
they're kind of full up. So
The other
difficult
one
part
with
about
the PPC license, which is the personal boat license. PC means you actually have a,
pleasure cruiser,
yeah,
you can take people.
you can take people, but if it's just your own personal one, you get the PPC. And a lot of the time you can just trailer it. There are a lot of trailer places where you can
Yeah, I
put
think
your trailer
you
in and take it
pay
home.
about 2,000 rupees
And that's for the...
to take the boat out.
Yeah, no, that's... There are places where it's free.
Oh yeah, there are just those ramps.
There
that you
are a
can
lot
just-
of free
yeah,
ramps.
Yeah, at Grand Gorbe you can
So
just...
if you've got your boat, a lot of the guys do it from the fisheries in Grand Gorbe because it's a fantastic harbour and their ramp is really, really good. A lot of the people who go out on excursions on their PPC boats actually do it from Grand Gorbe at the fisheries. You drive down, you got a bump, your first bump, but then after that it is probably the best place to put a boat in the water.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so there's lots of free embarkation type points where you can
Yeah.
just pull your boat up.
Yeah, so there are a lot of free embarkations. The fisheries is probably the best one. The Cap Millereux is an actual pier. So it's
The Cap Millereux is wonderful, Amelia, because you could just walk straight onto your boat. It's an actual pier.
they actually have a pier.
It's lovely. There's no wading through water. It's
We
super sophisticated.
We went to Flat Island on that, and Ricky just walked straight on the boat.
Yeah, it's really nice. Off the pier onto the boat.
But it was at high tide. At low tide, you have to step over. And if you watch our boat video, that was low tide. Ricky had to step really far down.
Yeah, but I did it.
But she did it. I'm so glad she did because we got onto that guy's boat.
So Emily says she thinks it's in Quatreborn, but she'll have to find out and comment on the next video. Awesome. She lives in the UK, and I'm assuming a she, but she might be a he. And really wish I could move back home.
Yeah, no.
That's cool. And old friend Raj is here. Hi.
Oh, hi, Raj.
Brian and Ricky know I'm a bit late to the party.
A bit late. We've been doing this since the sun was in the sky. I might actually go get the light now. It's getting so dark.
No, the sun hasn't quite set yet. It's coming to summer, which is awesome. I noticed it this morning because normally I'm awake anytime between 5:30 and 6, and this morning I was awake at about 10 to 6.
And you could still hear
And
the birds.
It was quite light.
Yes,
the sun has
no.
started getting up earlier. For
But
sure.
what's weird is we're hearing the other birds. I think we actually have migratory birds.
Possibly.
I don't know if they're coming like big migratory like from other places, but maybe they're coming up from the south or something.
Maybe some of them come from South Africa and they stop off here instead
Yeah,
of
on their
the rest
way.
of Africa. Or...
Because there's been these like two different bird calls that I haven't actually heard before. Which is
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's in the morning. Yeah, I like to sleep in a little bit. I mean, it's not a lot sleeping in. Half an hour more than Ricky, but I like to get my snooze on. And this morning it sounded like chickens, but they obviously weren't chickens. There was some other bird.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's something I really love in the morning because when you wake up early and it's too early, you don't hear the birds yet. And you're like, no, it's too early. But as soon as you start hearing the little birdies chirping,
Yeah.
you know, oh, okay, it's quite near sun. And there's so many little birdies.
There are really a lot of little birds. Ricky's nemesis, the little red ones, the little red weavers, not the yellow
the
weavers.
little
Red weavers. They really, there's one. I'm going to see if I can point. Ah, wow, so badly. he sits there.
I can hear him.
He sits there and he taunts Ricky all the time.
Yeah, because I want to take a picture of him.
Yeah, that's Ricky.
And he's like, I'm here, I'm beautiful. But you take your phone out and he's like,
Oh, gone. But he shouts at her like all the time. It's like weird. I tell you not, it's like super weird that this little bird has something for Ricky. Maybe there are more of them. Maybe it's just a coincidence. No, it's that bird.
He's one. He's
Yeah.
one.
And he just shouts at Ricky all the
shouts
time.
at me like, take a picture of me. I'm
Yeah.
not beautiful. Am I not beautiful enough? And you're like, I'm going to take a picture of you. And he's like,
Yeah. And we actually have these palm trees. You can't actually see them. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit, see if we can't actually get that palm tree in.
yeah, that palm tree.
Now, that palm tree has the yellow weavers right now at the moment coming and pulling pieces off. You can see where the yellow coconuts are.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of grey fluff there, but on the actual green leaves, they're pulling strips off
They love it.
so that they can actually make their weaves. Their weaves. Their nests.
Okay, so Ashley says we have birds migrating from Europe during the winter.
Really?
Cool.
So we actually do have them, because I was 100% convinced that I had not heard those birds this morning.
No, for
This
sure.
was
These
a
are
whole
these are
new
new
sound,
birds.
yeah.
Yeah. And then very shortly the Indian miners
What's
are
that
gonna
black thing there?
learn the
Is that the edge of the...
it's this thing.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. I don't know if we can see you or not.
No, it's cool. Jerry says South African birds also want their Mauritian PR. Yeah.
Are we actually buttering up Mauritian birds here?
The Mauritian birds are lovely, and to the amount of bird calls. Sometimes you're watching a video that you took, and it's like, wow.
I kid you not. You put your headphones on. When you're there and you're doing the video and you're talking and you're chatting and you're doing your video, and then when you put the headphones on to actually do the cutting of the video, it's like, wow, those birds were really noisy.
Yeah, I know. There's.
We got a
loads of
Les
birds.
Leans video coming out probably on Tuesday, where they actually have the Indian miners and the bats fighting.
Yeah, the Indian miners went after the bats.
It was so loud with these calls of these two animals against each other. It was amazing.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Ashley says we have an estuary in Bay de Tombeau.
Yes.
There's a yes.
It is a mangrove estuary, and it has a very small outlet with a really big bay. Bay de Tombeau is actually like one of my favorite places. They have
It
that.
is very cool.
We actually need to go back there because they have the Tapanyaka bar.
Yeah, teppanyaki bar.
And they have the black Wagyu burger. I had the black Wagyu burger there, and I did it on TikTok because we were TikTok then at the time. And it's like, I really wish I'd done that on
They
YouTube.
have great food, and they have like a grand piano. And
Yeah, and it's like a fantastic place, and it looks so luxurious and 5-star, and yet it was really, really cheap. We really must go back there. It is a fantastic place. We went to look for the Venetian bridge there.
Yes. Ashley says at least the local birds don't try and steal your chips or your ice cream like in Brighton. Yeah, no, for sure. They're actually great.
No, we don't have that sort of problem. We don't have actual seagulls. We have a seagull type of bird.
Yeah.
It has a long tail, but it's not really a seagull, so we don't really have that sort of problem.
Yeah, we learned about them on Flat Island when we went.
Yeah. They nest on Flat Island in like hollowed out logs and things, which is kind of cool.
I think they're kind of endemic as well.
Yeah, I think they're actually endemic. Yeah, they probably are. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then on the beaches you'll get the pigeons and the little beavers,
Yeah.
but they wait for you to throw something.
And they're kind of fun. You also get the little sparrows. Are they called sparrows? Not the swallows, the sparrows. We do have swallows. They are migratory. We actually do have the swallows coming in. We were attacked. Ricky was actually attacked by swallows when we went to the Le Chartreuse tea factory. She was actually attacked by swallows on the B-52. Go check it out. You'll see her being attacked.
They were dive bombing. Yeah.
When she was saying it, was like, no, whatever. But when I actually watched the video afterwards, they were actually attacking her. Yeah, they have nests there.
Because that's their home, and
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has been there for a very long time.
No. It was a very dilapidated place, and we couldn't actually go. I would actually like to go and explore it. There are a lot of places that I can't do with Ricky because it's not safe for me by myself, and Ricky can't go into an area like that. What?
It's not safe for you. You shouldn't be going into those areas.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not. It's not safe for me by myself. You need a buddy, and Ricky can't be my buddy.
No.
But yeah. So that place, there was some areas there at the La Chartreuse on the B52 road that I actually wanted to go into. But anyway, talking about roads, because we're doing traffic, B52 road, we thought we could pull over wherever we wanted, stop and look at whatever we wanted. There was so much traffic on the most remote road in Mauritius. So even the most remote road has got traffic.
And no pull-off points.
And no pull-off points, because fundamentally the roads were designed for ox carts, and now there are 2 million people, 1.5 million people in Mauritius that want to drive somewhere.
Amita's asking gun laws in Mauritius for hunting, or should we rather destroy them in South Africa?
You can bring a gun to Mauritius. You are allowed to go hunting. Deer season has a certain time, and wild boar season has a certain time. And I think the license for a rifle for shooting deer is 30,000 rupees a year.
Okay, so you can get them licensed.
You can get them licensed here. I don't know about the personal license. When I spoke to the guy, he said that's not a problem. But to actually have the license to shoot the deer, his was all about the deer, was 30,000. I don't know about the wild boars. But those are the two things we have, and they have 2 reserves where you can go shoot them. They're not reserves, they are open areas where you can go shoot.
Okay, so check it out.
Yeah, it's
not 100% sure, but
between July and September, deer meat is cheaper than any other meat on the island, even chicken.
Yeah, like 175
rupees a pound.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit more than chicken, but cheaper than any other meat.
Yeah, actually wants to know, have you spotted the Mauritian kestrel yet?
We haven't seen one. We were at Fernie where they said there were some, but we didn't see them. So the Mauritian kestrel, dying to see it. Very rare. Dying to see it. And that Fernie, well, I know they've got dodos as well, because they have that whole...
For sure. No, that lady explained how they've removed all the non-endemic plants and animals, and it's a huge area, and
they've put it all back exactly how Mauritius was 300-400 years ago.
And we were like jokingly, so that you can reintroduce a dodo, and she was like
like nervous laughter, like they actually have a dodo there.
I reckon they do.
Yeah.
Sheila, welcome back, Mum. Good to see you still here. Love the boat show vlog.
Oh no, awesome. We enjoyed the boat show. It was raining so much, but what was really cool is that there weren't lines for anything.
Yeah.
The guy said the day before when it was sunny and nice, they were like, there's no way you can actually visit us unless you're queuing. But when we were there, it was actually pretty cool.
But in Mauritius, you can't let a bit of rain stop you. It is going to rain sometimes.
Yeah, it is going to rain. Well, anyway, everyone, I think that pretty much sums up, because we've been talking about things that are not traffic.
Yeah, completely not driving.
The live, Ricky will put up a thing now that says thanks for watching, and
I have an outro thing.
She has an outro thing that she's dying to try. But everyone, thanks for watching. Seriously, hey, wait, there it is. So this was driving in Mauritius. Okay, there wasn't that much driving.
And a few other things.
There was a few other things. And there's so many helpful comments from you guys. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I know, it's great sitting and just chatting to you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We're going to try some other things on this live. We have a few plans for it.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have learned so much stuff about awesome software and things.
Yeah, no, it really
We might even get Brian's brother on.
Yeah, no, we're going to try a few things, but why isn't there a countdown till we're out?
I didn't put one because I don't know how long you're going to waffle on for.
Yeah, no, that's the problem, is that I'm probably going to waffle on for a long time. Well, anyway, everyone, sunglasses off. Wow, it's still bright. It actually is still a little bit bright out here. Well, anyway, I thought the sun had gone down and it was getting dark, but guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Tuesday, we're going live again. Tomorrow's going to be another accommodation one, so if you're interested in the accommodation, go check it out. Otherwise, we're going live, and hopefully there's going to be a surprise. Hopefully a live surprise. I really hope it works. I really do.
Yeah, no.
Because if it works, it's going to be epic. It's going to be like game changing in the live zone.
So super cool.
So everyone, thanks for watching. Ricky's going to click the button.
Thanks for everybody watching and saying goodbye.
Bye everyone. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Ricky's not pushing the close button.
I think you have to do it over here.
No, you have to close it on your computer.
Okay, yeah, that's on my computer.
Yeah, no,
Wow,
she's still thinking that the phone is actually the thing, but it's actually
that
button over there, everyone.
He who just gets to sit there.
I get to sit here, yeah.